What's up, everybody? Welcome to the College Gamer Podcast, episode 26. This is your host, Alex Tudor. Colin Tudor, if you know me by my professional name. Legal name. Professional legal name. Whatever.
Professional legal name.
This week,
or legal.
we have with us, as usual, the College Gamer crew, Logan Sowers, Will Powell, and Houston Miller.
Yeah.
And joining us this week is the ever-changing, random, sometimes showing up, sometimes not. We don't know who they are.
Brian Griffin.
Fifth chair,
Brian Griffin.
Drew Preston. How you doing, Drew?
Doing good.
Doing good?
Your fifth,
Burning up in
Dang,
here.
man.
It
your
is pretty
fifth
hot.
chair, Drew, how's that feel?
Well, you got
He's
two
fifth.
and two,
He's
and then
fifth.
you got the fifth chair. It's not like it's like the third wheel.
No, you make fun of fifth. He's a music guy.
It's a
fifth
music
chair is an
guy.
Fifth
insult.
chair is that is.
Even though he plays
So is
horn
third
better
wheel.
than I do.
You might be able to beat me now. 'Cause
I
haven't played
doubt
in a
it.
year.
I have not improved.
I'm still the best saxophone player ever.
What?
If
Anyway,
I practice, I could be.
We're going to be talking about games here tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
You still play
We
instruments.
weren't here last week. It was finals week for most of us, so honestly, we really couldn't think straight.
We wanted to buy a lot of Pokemon cards, so we skipped the podcast.
That's how we relaxed.
Yeah, it's
we got done with finals, and we were like, hey, there's a new Pokemon set up. Let's go buy
Fire
it. and
Flash.
play. Flash Fire.
Flash Fire.
It was Fire Flash.
It was Flash Fire.
I bought like
I didn't
4
even.
packs.
I didn't even buy any, and I knew it was Flash Fire.
It was Fire
Yeah.
Flash.
Anyway,
Look it up.
Fire Flash.
ladies and
How the
gentlemen,
hell would that work?
this week it's episode 26.
Fire
That means
Flash.
there's only 4 more episodes, or 3, really.
Well, there's-
27, 28, 29, 30.
And then
30.
that one.
So
Yeah.
There's 3 till we
4.
get there.
There's 3 until we get there. Episode 30 is our E3 live podcast.
The big 3-0.
June
Are you,
9th.
like enjoying using us as armrests?
Yes.
Why not?
Anyway, let me get through
Why
this
wouldn't
explaining this. June 9th. Okay, we're gonna be starting at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you're probably seeing it at the bottom of your screen if you're watching this on a video. But if
Video?
you didn't hear that again, it's June 9th at 10:30 in the morning Eastern Standard Time.
It's worth
Better not
waking
just,
up
like,
for.
get splattered all over our faces. Just like
The Microsoft
time.
conference for E3 starts at 12 noon that day. So we're going to start like an hour and a half early.
So we can get through everything.
And we're going to have like a live podcast before E3, give our final predictions, what we're feeling, what's going on, the news of the past week. We're going to have a few special guests going on throughout the day. You're going to be able to see our reactions as the conference happens. So if there's big announcements or anything like that, memes
there should
galore.
We think there's going to be lots of interesting games.
We think there's going to be
We'll
lots of
probably talk about that more.
interesting-
Alex is convinced there's going to be a Pokemon game for the
That's
Wii
not
U.
until June 10th, though.
No, but you're still convinced
We're
he's
not-
going to have a
that's not
Wii U
till June
Pokemon
10th.
game.
But, ladies and gentlemen, June
Probably
9th is going to be an
discussing
exciting day. We have Microsoft, EA, Ubisoft, and Sony all
Ubisoft.
talking about their biggest releases
Ubisoft?
and what they're planning on
Yeah,
doing for
Ubisoft.
the next year, at least.
Hey, Drew.
Year or 3.
Pretty excited for it. But the biggest thing, ladies and gentlemen, to help us,
Help you.
help you, because we
Help
want to
us.
really reward our great listeners and
keep
great
going.
audience, as we are, and maybe, see who else might be interested in doing it. We're going to be giving away a few different things. We're not ready to really reveal what those things are.
Just for the record, we're poor.
We're college students.
We're
so,
college students, so don't expect a Ferrari.
don't expect like
Ferrari.
a PS4 or anything.
Don't even expect a game. Just, we're giving stuff away.
But we're going to be giving away some really cool stuff. I will say that, because I do have some of these things already. But we're going to be giving it away, and we're going to be using the hashtag CGE3 to be giving these away. So essentially, all you have to do is tweet at us, at CollegeGamer94, hashtag CGE3, and we'll be giving these things away. We'll have more details on that closer to the date. I don't know what they're doing. They have ADD. They can't concentrate
What?
or stay still or anything.
Except for me.
Except for Drew,
Who's just
a
over
good
there.
guy.
Drew's a good guy.
Oh, so we're not good guys?
No, you're all good
I mean,
guys.
I prefer to be a bad guy.
You're all good guys.
You're,
but
not,
anyway.
you're not a bad guy, Houston.
Bad
Ladies and gentlemen,
Fun.
June 9th, it's going to be good. We'll have more details in the future. But without further ado, let's get the show on the road. As
Yes.
always, every week we start off with news stories that
The
matter to
news.
most to us over the past week. And since we weren't
and we
here
think they
last
matter to
week,
you.
we think they matter to you.
So-
And since we
I
weren't
mean,
here
if
last
you're
week,
watching, they
we're gonna
probably
do it.
do.
2 weeks worth of
Yeah.
news. for
That's
guys.
kinda
So
creepy.
let's go ahead
is
and
Coming out
start.
of my arm.
It's just like,
We're gonna start kind of out of order here. out of order here. Logan, you're going to start first.
Which one?
This one.
And we're sitting
All
down
right.
too.
Yusef. Well, I hope I say that right. Yusef
Yes.
HDI, who is one of the marketing directors for Microsoft, said that two reasons he thinks that the PlayStation 4 is completely outselling the Xbox One is because, number one, the PS4 is being sold in 40 plus markets, and the Xbox One is only sold in 13, which may be a significant contributor. Maybe.
That would definitely.
Maybe.
That would definitely. Do
Yeah.
some-
And that people are enjoying their 360s and their PS3s more in general, still. So they're not rushing out to buy a new system. And I know Houston's been
I have
been playing his Xbox 360 like crazy. Which game you been playing?
Been playing Bioshock Infinite and Witcher 2.
And
What you mean Xbox One?
no, he's
360.
360.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
no, people aren't
360.
buying the Xbox One because they're
Because
still
they're still
playing the hell
playing-
out of their
Oh.
360s.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I've
It's
been
intriguing
I've been playing
because-
the doo-doo out of Witcher.
I mean, the PS3 and the Xbox 360 are technically still in their cycle, and so
Kind of,
they're
yeah,
they're
it's-
still
it's,
getting new games
it's
and
only
stuff
been 8
for
years.
it.
They only have like 2 more years, yeah.
Yeah,
but
so
they're
do you
still
guys
being played.
expect that once they stop becoming, get out of that we're going to see even more sales of PS4s and Xbox?
Well,
I think so.
Yeah, because they'll stop making the games.
Well, you are very seeing a lot of the games they're announcing. They're coming out with a lot more games that are only exclusive for the PS4 and the Xbox One.
Like the next Batman
I think-
Arkham game.
Yeah, that's not
and
coming out.
That's probably just due to
And that will be a
different
system seller on both
hardware
sides, I'm
and
sure.
how it works.
Yeah.
Like trying to develop for two separate types of systems. They're very far apart.
Yeah, but now,
Massive
true.
progress.
but
was
again,
made.
if
Yeah.
the PS4 is being sold in 40 plus markets and the Xbox is only being sold in 13, that is significant.
Yeah,
I mean, and if
Yeah.
you think about it, then
That's practically
Xbox has to be doing
well-
pretty well.
to be having such a
Yeah.
small margin of
Yeah.
difference for
Yeah.
such a large difference in
Yeah.
sales.
Well, the thing is,
And
I'm
also, there's
thinking,
the price difference.
I honestly think that it's
Yeah.
people aren't adopting the Xbox One because there's no games.
Well, there's no games for PlayStation either.
Yeah, there are.
There
There's
was
a ton more
it
games.
launched with
I
like
mean-
8. There's like at least 20 games out right now, right?
For what? The PS4?
Yeah.
How
There's
many
more than
AAA
20.
titles?
Well, not,
AAA
not,
titles?
not every game's going to be AAA,
Yeah,
but,
not every
but there
game's
are
gonna be
games
AAA.
out there.
There are. a ton
Yeah,
of
there's a
games.
whole
But there's
bunch
also
of indie
games out for-
But there's also a whole bunch of indie games for Xbox too.
Yeah,
Not
there's a
really.
bunch of ga- Well,
I mean,
not as many.
Not
as many.
really.
but there's definitely
I'm going
games
to
for
the
the Xbox.
Xbox Marketplace on the Xbox One over there, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, what games are out right now and I want to look and play? Well, there's Forza. Tried Forza, didn't really get into it. There's Dead Rising 3, which I haven't played yet. I want to play.
Amazing, by the way.
I haven't played yet.
You played it? Which system?
Plants vs. Zombies, which I played one or two times, right? And it's more than likely going to be announced to be coming to the PS4 at E3 this year.
Probably.
Which I already
And-
have, and I can just get it on that system.
And it's just like there's no games that I really want to play. Call of Duty, I can play that on the PS4.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah,
we,
exactly.
yeah, we agree. It's a safe place here, too.
I haven't played it yet, though.
I haven't
Yeah,
played
I mean,
Ghost.
yeah.
I'm not really.
I want to play Extinction. Though.
And
That's the
there's
only
the
thing
new
I'm
one,
really
so-
interested in
yeah.
playing.
There's some new Call of Duties coming out that look interesting. But
Now, estimated, how many games do you think are on Xbox One? right
One Xbox One,
AAA titles.
Triple A.
Just do
well,
AAA.
Just AAA. I could probably count it on two hands.
I mean, you can do
Really?
that for PlayStation too.
No.
PlayStation 4 AAA titles
Yeah, there's a lot more
that weren't on the 360,
that weren't on a
or
360.
weren't on the PlayStation 3 or 360. You've got.
like what?
Well, I mean, you've got.
So you're not gonna-
Battlefield 4
Okay, so you're talking exclusive PS4.
that I can't get on my
only.
360 or PlayStation 3. Yeah, you got Battlefield 4.
There's no games.
Which
like
you
that for
can
either
get. You can
system.
get Battlefield 4
For
on
either
the old
system.
systems.
Can you?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, there you go.
There's really
There's-
no game.
There's
okay,
no games out that are
And yet
exclusive for
people
either
are
that
still
you can't
buying
get last gen.
This new
Was
system.
Dead Rising 3 on?
Dead Rising 3 is Xbox One exclusive.
Are you sure?
Yes,
Okay.
100% sure.
Then
Where'd
you
you,
have
where'd you
Mac.
play it?
I played it
So
on Xbox
Dead Rising
One.
3, Mac.
Who's
a
Xbox
mall.
One?
Okay.
Oh, it's the mall.
Nah.
Dead Rising 3, Mac.
Which
Mac's
would
a
I rather
AAA
play?
game.
Dead Rising 3.
But Dead Rising 3 is not that great.
Have you played it?
Yeah, I've demoed it.
Demoing and playing are two different things.
Right. If the demo
Like,
is that bad, then the real
Nothing,
gameplay is better.
nothing beats driving down a populated.
Yeah,
or
but
not
how
populated,
how
a
fun
dead
can that
city street.
be? You know, after a
Driving-
week or two.
Driving a
You guys remember
field
who you're
tiller,
talking to.
driving a field tiller through an army of zombies.
Oh, yeah, I've already talked
and
about that
watching
game.
it is the best thing ever.
Let's see. What else is there for the PS4?
It's like the Silence of the Lambs when they open the door and all the blood runs out.
Haven't seen it.
God, I'm trying to think of how many games.
But I mean, the point being,
See, the thing is, launch was only
The point
6
being-
months ago.
yeah.
I'm just like,
When that-
there's been so many games
Well,
that
there's
have
been,
come
there's
out.
been already been 7 million PlayStation 4s sold
Yeah.
in 6 months. That's insane.
Yeah.
How many Xbox was it?
There
They
have
haven't-
been,
they haven't released
there have
it
been
yet,
at
have
least
they?
5 million shipped to retailers.
But
That doesn't mean how
they've
many
been
have
bought.
sold.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, they've been selling out still.
That's
No,
true.
they haven't. Not
I mean,
Xbox
that's
Ones.
true.
You can still go to stores and pick up an Xbox One.
But PS4
You can do the
can't.
same for.
I mean, I walked
You can
when
do
I
the
got
same for
mine.
PS4.
When I got mine, everyone was like, "You can't find them anywhere." I walked right into Best Buy and was like, "Hey, I need a PS4." And they're like, "All right, here you go."
you bought it
Yeah,
at
but
Best
how
Buy?
many did they
I
have?
bought it at Best Buy. They had like
Doesn't matter.
60
You got
of them.
one.
That's crazy.
There was a line of us. We were all getting them.
That's crazy.
This guy bought 3 of them for his 3 kids.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Because GameStops can't even get them.
They're
Yes.
Well, probably because
Four
nobody
for
goes to
each
Best
kid?
Buy. That's probably what
true.
it
I
is.
mean, I went to Best Buy
Well,
because I
I-
knew that they had them.
Yeah.
But that will change.
Huh?
Yeah, that will change.
Yeah.
A lot of people are going to be at Best Buy soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
And we're going to be there too.
No,
Agreed.
it will happen.
Yeah, probably.
No, for sure. Yeah.
It's
I
definitely.
will be there.
I'll be there.
There won't be any stores that are selling games. It's all
What?
going to go digital. It's
I don't want that.
Yeah, me neither. I really.
I will
Nobody
stop,
wants
I will
it, it's
stop
happening.
buying games.
Actually,
it's happening.
like 74% of Americans
Yeah, I
prefer
saw
the
that.
actual physical copy.
Yeah, well,
Prefer it doesn't mean that they're
That
gonna
doesn't mean
get
they're
it
not-
forever.
yeah.
It means if you have to like download the game, like for people like me who know my bad internet situation, that's gonna suck for me.
Yeah.
I can't go to the
Well, if-
store and buy a game.
If and when internet speeds improve,
Or we get
you'll see
global.
more
If.
digital games.
If it's not a win, it's an if.
Yeah.
At this
Hopefully.
point.
Yeah.
You mean it's not
If.
an if, it's a win.
If
No,
and
it's not a
when.
win, it's an if.
They'll,
It's an if.
They'll improve
Global
it.
internet?
They'll
If
improve it.
internet will improve.
They will. They will.
We should be getting global internet soon. Free Wi-Fi for everyone.
That'll never happen.
Oh, it'll happen eventually.
Someone's gonna-
Ideals.
See,
but
but
the
one
point is-
reason I didn't
Ideals.
want to leave college was
Ideals.
because of the
Hands
internet.
down.
It's really good there.
Ideals.
Back home, it's terrible.
Yeah. But I don't know, man. It's like my Xbox One. It's really just turning into a TV box.
Because nothing's
Actually,
come out yet.
we used it to hold
They're
papers one
putting
time.
they're putting a nice little wall up to keep the flow of games out until after E3,
Why?
because they're gonna hype a whole bunch of stuff that's gonna be coming out within the next couple months.
I doubt that.
And that is just your speculation, correct?
Well, no,
That's speculation.
E3 usually does a lot of hype.
Usually,
for the
but
games
there's
that
Yeah,
are coming
hype,
out
but
after.
games that aren't coming out in the next few months, it's games that are coming out next year.
Or
the
next
few
couple of
months.
years.
Or the next couple of years.
Yes, but they'll also plug all the games they're coming out with.
They'll talk about
We're
the
just
next
kinda
Halo.
bouncing around the topic of the week, just slowly.
Yeah,
we're working on it.
we're going to get there. But it's just like, you got to have games. And I think Sony's doing it right. Sure, there's a lot of indie games, right?
There are a lot.
But there
But
are
Trine. It's like
Trine.
we're getting indie
Trine's
games
awesome.
like Trine.
Watch
Like-
these guys trying videos.
Trine
Yeah.
videos are awesome. I love the Trine videos. But you look at some of these indie games and they're awesome. But then you get a lot of AAA games in there, right? Sure, they might be remastered versions of PS3 games, like the Tomb Raider collection, right?
can buy
The
that
Tomb
for-
Raider remastered
It
edition.
actually got a price drop.
It did.
It's $40 now.
Go pick that up because that's the best version of
Pay
that
for
game.
it before you walk out, though.
Yeah, pay for it. Yeah,
Pick it up and then pay for it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go to get. I'm not
Don't
gonna buy a
steal,
digital
kids.
copy of
This
it
is a stick
Yeah.
up.
because
Pay
you can get
for
it
it.
cheaper at GameStop than the $40.
But
Stick it to
it's
the man.
like I go
I don't want
and
digital.
I look at all
I
these
don't
games
either,
coming
no.
out, and it's like I don't see anything really coming out that I can't already get on the PS4 for the Xbox One. There's no exclusive games coming out for it.
True.
And
You
there,
know-
may, there may be a lot announced at E3.
I mean, since,
Yeah.
since I got my PlayStation, I've kind of fallen off of Xbox stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, other than 360.
I mean,
Yeah.
I still want an Xbox One just because of how impressive E3 was last year.
Right.
And if they do
Right.
something like that again this year,
They're going to have to.
it's
This year's going to be all about games.
I mean, yeah,
It's going to be all about games for every
We're
company.
probably going to get a lot. I agree with Houston. There will probably be a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know
I don't
necessarily
know-
if they're holding back everything just so that they can
well, I mean,
release a
they're,
bunch.
not, they're not
but
releasing anything though. There's nothing coming out. We're like in a drought right now for
Yeah.
games.
that's
Oh,
called the summer.
for what?
Speaking
2.5,
about
3
the
months?
drought,
It's called the
you know what
summer.
I'm most angry about? This and it
Watch Dogs?
it relates to the Xbox One and PS4. It's Elder Scrolls Online. It was delayed. It was supposed to come out in June.
So it was
for
officially
consoles,
delayed. It was
for next gen
delayed.
consoles. It was supposed to come out in June. It was delayed until December.
Yeah, I need to get rid of my pre-order on that.
So it's an MMO,
And that was
right?
that was
Yeah.
going to hold you
I've
off
never heard
till
of an MMO
October
on a
7th. Or
console.
whenever.
There's like 3 on the PS4.
You're going to play a
Well,
lot of
there's gonna be-
Battlefield.
I
this
don't know
summer.
these things because I'm not a console
God.
gamer.
Elder Scrolls. Destiny.
What's coming out this summer?
Nothing.
Nothing's coming out this summer.
I mean,
The Last of Us is
But,
rumored
I mean-
to come out in August.
What? Are,
It's not summer. That's fine.
yeah,
Exactly.
we've got June and July to work through.
There's nothing in June or July, and I was banking on
Do you
having
think-
Elder Scrolls Online.
So
just
do you think
play it
that
all
they
summer.
will release something at E3, like release it that day?
That's what I was
games?
talking about.
They might.
Because
They might.
I mean,
They
if-
might come out and be like, you can go pick up The Last of Us Remastered Edition on PS4 right now. I would probably leave the live stream and go get it.
We wouldn't let you.
I know.
mean,
I'd
wouldn't
have to give you
leave.
some
I
money.
would-
Alex,
PlayStation
don't
now.
leave!
there's going to be PlayStation Now pretty soon.
PlayStation
right?
Now is launching
PlayStation
soon.
There will be
Now.
that.
And you're going to be able to rent previous generation PlayStation games
You
on
know,
the PS4.
Can you buy them?
Yes.
And you'll be able to stream them too.
Would
So it's-
that make you get a PS4?
I would like a PS4 regardless, just so I like my computer
Yeah.
more.
What would sell right now? Make you go out if you had the money? Make you go out and spend it on a PlayStation 4.
If I had better internet, but that does like features. Of
So
the
if you had
PS4?
the money, you'd buy one.
yeah,
Yeah.
and backwards compatibility.
yeah.
Which
Which
would
is
only be
what the
it would only be digital backwards
PlayStation
compatibility.
Now
doesn't it?
PlayStation Now.
Then
We don't know
You
how
may
it's
not
going.
be able to really do it because it is all technically digital
Right.
with your internet.
Yeah.
So that might be a
when I
bad.
get back to school,
We
though,
get back to school though.
Yeah,
That's not.
but who knows how much
But you
time
can
I'll
play.
have.
You can play. There's a lot of games out there on the PlayStation you can play, just
Yeah.
like campaigns.
But see, I'm already
Just
content
don't do
enough
Thief.
with my PC.
Yeah, don't get
So-
Thief. Read Houston's review before you ever think about buying Thief.
Right.
Don't pick up Bound by Flame.
I wanted to do that. Just to see.
Pass. Don't do it.
What wasn't good about it?
Save your money.
Save your money.
Buy Thief.
It looked good. It ran good. The gameplay was okay.
Did you redbox
The
it?
story was terrible.
No, well, that
Voice acting was terrible.
Did you redbox it?
I
instantly
redboxed
kills
it.
it.
Yeah.
If the story isn't good,
Yeah.
I mean,
need
it's
to
just
start
like
doing
Thief.
that.
Has Thief gotten a price
Redboxing
drop
games.
yet?
Yeah,
Yeah, it has.
Like,
it's like
how?
$49.99 now.
Yeah. Still not worth it.
Really?
No.
Yeah,
When
they
you
want
can
to hold on to
go
those
get,
copies.
when you can either go get Thief or Tomb Raider.
They're gonna bury those in the desert.
Tomb
one
Raider's
day.
$10 cheaper.
Now, when Thief is really cheap, I'll probably buy it
15
again just
bucks.
to platinum it,
15
or
bucks.
to at least finish it.
Yeah.
You were so excited about that.
I was so excited because it looked
I felt
amazing.
really bad for you when you got it. And you actually played it.
But actually, I will take that back. There is a game coming out this summer that I feel like will last at least through June, and that's Watch Dogs.
Ugh. I
Yeah,
don't know.
no, that's really
that'll be-
soured.
Which
It'll be
segue,
for
since we
mine.
started at Logan, we'll
Guys,
segue
man.
into my next news story here. Watch Dogs.
Oh, we did start with me, didn't
Yeah.
Watch Dogs. Sony posted on their website 2 days ago from this podcast, when you're listening to this podcast 2 days ago, that Watch Dogs will be running at 1080p at 60 frames per second on the PS4, which was great. I mean, a lot of people, resolution doesn't really matter anymore, neither does frame rate.
we? What?
It doesn't.
The eyes can only pick up so much, guys.
Yeah.
I mean, really.
The eyes,
and,
guys.
if
The
you watch-
eyes.
If you watch a movie in 1080p at anything over 60 frames, it looks dumb.
Yeah, it looks like a TV, made for TV movie.
Yeah, it
I
looks
hate
it
those
looks like it
Like a
looks
soap
like
opera.
it's
Like
yeah,
a soap
there you
opera.
go.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
like a soap
You
opera.
sound oddly experienced with the world of soap operas, Drew.
I mean,
I
I've
was
said
playing
it
in the
before.
cafeteria all the time when I went to lunch. So
Yeah.
I've,
Did you
I mean, I've said
watch?
it before. I
that was
watched
the only thing on
The
TV.
Hobbit.
The Hobbit
first
at
one,
48.
and I was like, this is garbage.
Yeah.
yeah.
But anyway,
Great movie.
Sony took that down, changed it, and Ubisoft came out and confirmed that, in fact, on the PS4, Watch Dogs will run at 30 frames per second at
Good.
900p.
No, and this is
they could do 1080p at
Now, can they not,
60 frames?
Can they
Or-
not make a
yeah,
compromise
30 frames?
between 60 and 30?
It could, huh?
Can they not make a compromise?
45?
between 60? Yeah.
Well, that's where it gets
where it doesn't really matter.
It looks like it's
weird.
skipping.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
It either looks like it's in fast forward or it looks normal. But if you put it in between, it looks like you're on that in between fast forward phase on on the PlayStation when you fast forward the first time. It's like skip, 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 skip. It looks like
But
that.
either way,
see the lines
900p
or the
at
frames
30
per
frames per
second.
second, it still looks good. You know,
It'll
that's
be
still
fine.
above 720p.
Yeah.
The Xbox One version will run at 792p at 30 frames per second as well. So, I mean, does it really matter? Because you're really just sitting there counting the
And-
pixels on the TV.
Yeah.
Somebody does that, you know,
Once
too.
again, depending on the size
Yeah.
of your TV, doesn't matter.
Really, does it? What it comes down to is the game good?
The
Does it
pixel-
run good?
The pixel count doesn't matter. It's the frames per second that matters
Well,
now.
it has to look good within the specifications it's been given.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it does.
Which it will.
And if you
Oh,
watch
it's not
any of the
gonna look like it's
gameplay,
first.
There's no
Yeah.
way to know for sure.
if
until
you
we
watch
get
any of the gameplay stuff of a PS4 running the game, it looks good.
No,
I mean, my
the Xbox
Xbox-
One running the game.
my Xbox-
It
runs
looks
at 7.
just fine.
My 360 runs at 720 and it looks like 1080.
Yeah.
Runs what?
But the thing is, with those,
With games in general or Watch Dogs?
Witcher's
I
was
gonna
running
say.
at 720
Oh,
yeah.
on mine, and it
well,
looks like
the thing
1080.
is, it's like the last gen consoles are weird because we don't really know if they're being truthful with the 720 and 1080p.
Well, my TV says
resolution.
720 on it.
Well, mine says 1080, but the game's not running at 1080p. You know, you know, that's just the thing. You don't know.
And you'll never be able to tell because your eyes don't actually
Yeah.
care.
So unless you're sitting there and magnifying each pixel and counting how many are in,
Oh, there's one pixel in that top
there's
right-hand
one.
corner.
I counted 1 million. I just wasted 5 weeks of my life. You know.
Yeah, I would never see.
That's
I used to.
accurate.
I used to like get really close so I could see the pixels, like on an old
Your
TV.
Oh, one of
Oh,
those really
is
old
Is that why you need
TVs,
glasses
yeah.
now?
That would not surprise me at all.
That's why I have glasses.
That,
I miss
that
my
and
old
playing
tube
Game
TV.
Boy. I also blamed it on Game Boy.
Game Boy does
That's
it.
so
Trying to play
true.
Pokemon in the dark when I
So
was like
true.
10 was so bad.
On the Game Boy
On the Game Boy
Advance.
Color.
Or
Even
the
worse.
Game Boy Color.
Oh yeah,
Boy Color,
oh,
yeah.
sucked.
Oh,
So
Hey,
the
that
light.
little light that you attached to the
I had it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
the best
going
part
back-
about the SP was the light in
Oh,
the screen.
God, yeah.
The backlit screen. It's the best part.
That
It
was
really
that was
didn't
great,
do
but
much
it
now
but
that I
it
look at
wasted
it.
all the battery. And I remember going to school and people were like, "Oh, dude, you need to totally turn off your SP light to save battery so you can play it out throughout the school day." And I'm like, "Oh, okay."
When you should have been
you
studying.
Be, yeah.
Shouldn't you be studying? No, dude, it's like 4th grade. I don't.
Pokemon.
Pokemon, come on!
Studying's for the losers.
As I bang my head.
It's
into
how
my
to
desk
spell
and-
your name. You don't need to study for that crap.
Spell
Yeah.
your name Axel
Axel.
Axel.
instead of Alex.
You like Guns N'
Axel
Roses?
Tudor.
What's that?
Or Nolak instead of Colin.
Or
No,
Zella.
like-
no.
Alex
Zella.
backwards.
Zella.
Zella. Yeah.
Zella.
Zella.
Anyway, what do you all think about Watch
Hello,
Dogs?
Zella.
I think
It'll be fine.
I have no
Y'all
doubt
are all
it's gonna,
like,
it's gonna be one of those
it's gonna
things
be
where
horrible.
I am pumped.
Nah.
it's one of those
I'm
things
super
where
excited.
you're gonna buy a copy. I'll come over, play it for a few minutes,
Play it.
and then I'll probably buy a copy.
read the College Gamer review, of course, on collegegamer.net.
I will probably not buy it.
Yeah.
It's just
Not your kind of game.
Well, also it lost favor with me with all of the
I
turmoil.
mean, currently I only have one PS4 game.
You guys,
Battlefield
you
4.
guys got to
That's it.
learn to forgive, man. They released some shitty stuff, okay, but then they released really good stuff, and it's
no,
like,
no, no. It has
oh,
nothing
hey.
to do with the content. It's that they almost cancel it, and
They-
No,
That-
it's that they just
that
kept
had me
pulling
worried.
it back.
That had
yeah,
me worried.
that bothered me.
They delayed it, and they were like, "We're going to
But
delay it
it
indefinitely."
looks so cool.
Then they brought it back.
It's a great premise for a game.
Oh, it
it'll
is.
be good.
It looks cool. It looks
It's Assassin's
fun.
Creed 5.
Do you know what
Yeah.
Watch Dogs is?
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking it
I
is.
just don't care about
I think
it.
it's
'cause I don't have a
I think
PlayStation.
it is an Assassin's Creed game.
Is it a PlayStation exclusive?
I think by the end of the game, the plot
not.
twist and the whole entire game was you're actually working for the Assassin Order. I am
No.
almost
Templar.
75%. I think they
Templar.
will.
I mean, think about it.
Is it
Think
a
about
Ubisoft
what,
game?
like, you thought that,
His dad was. Spoiler alert.
Oh, it is
I
Ubisoft.
mean, I was not going
I
to
mean, I thought it was.
But yeah, I
you
understand.
Thought,
I know- I
you
understand
thought
what
he was
you're
an
saying.
assassin, he really
Yeah.
wasn't.
I understand.
So, I mean, this one could be, because you're killing cops and stuff.
Either way,
I'm just kidding.
hey,
I mean-
hey, man, the cops could be Templars.
Assassin's Creed 1, it was like that.
Yeah,
the
Assassin's
guards
Creed
were
2, 3.
Templars.
Do you know
all
what
of
we're
them
talking
were
about?
like that. You're killing guards.
Cops work
Yeah,
for the
dude.
American government, not
You were killing British soldiers.
You need
in
to
Assassin's
play
Creed
Assassin's
4.
Creed.
You mean 3?
4. Well,
I was killing
3.
Spanish soldiers mainly. I left the British ones alone.
Oh, really?
Yes, I killed the Spanish ones.
They were annoying.
I
They
wanted
were annoying.
their ships
Spaniards?
first because they have the best ships.
The Spanish?
No,
Or,
British.
No, they had the Spanish had the better ships. They had those big gold guys.
Yeah, they made awards.
Yeah. I used to take. I had an
Yeah, that's
entire
right.
fleet of those.
Oh my gosh, I called Alex one time, and he was like, or was it on the PlayStation chat? He was like, "Oh, I'm taking on a man of war. Oh, it's a French pirate." And I'm like, what the heck's going on? He was like, "I'm playing Assassin's Creed 4. You got this game. You gotta get this game."
Yeah, it's a phenomenal game.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna replay that.
I haven't
just
played it.
'cause-
I haven't played it on the 4.
I haven't
yet.
finished it yet. I don't
Is
play
it
it very
good on the
much.
4?
Huh?
The
Does it look better
PS4?
than it does
I'll
on
let you
the
borrow
other
my
one?
copy if
Yeah.
you want. It looks amazing.
Yeah, it is phenomenal.
That's a game that I'd probably want to platinum. I want to platinum everything. You guys need
Nope.
to help me platinum Battlefield 4.
Sure.
Oh,
But-
which one? Which one do you need help with?
All of the platinum. Platinum.
You need to
Firstly,
do
it's
the
a-
campaign.
It's for the
I-
campaign hardcore.
Can you do multiplayer campaign?
campaign.
No.
But I
Yeah,
will tell you
that's
this:
why I was
Assassin's
thinking,
Creed 4.
What does that
good
mean?
luck trying to platinum that game.
What?
Good luck trying to
Assassin's
play
Creed?
Assassin's Creed 4.
I was when I had it on the 360. I almost well, it's
100%.
not platinum. I almost 100% it.
Yeah.
I was like 3
yeah.
away.
Okay, I got
Anyway,
myself.
no, here Yeah, okay. Yeah. See you later, Logan.
We're
He's
now to the-
shrinking. He's
But-
shrinking.
He ate the cookie.
If you're seeing this if you're listening to this on the audio, Logan just went underneath the table. But anyway,
He's been drinking.
Assassin's Creed 4, the multiplayer is terrible. I actually said that to
I've
myself.
watched
I
gameplay
got
of it.
all the story trophies. And I was like, man, I am going to platinum this game. It's going to be so great. This is going to be my first PS4 platinum.
Nope.
2 or 3 rounds of the multiplayer, and it was over. Just done. Okay.
Yeah.
It,
I don't
it
know.
was pretty bad.
It looks bad,
Oh, it was terrible.
but I don't know.
Terrible.
If I wanted to platinum it, I would. Work
I'm like
my way
Charles
through it.
Barkley over here. It was terrible. Just terrible.
Terrible.
Just terrible.
It's terrible.
All right, let's move on.
Terrible.
Will, what's your new story, man?
All right.
That's
Well,
background.
what? Thank
That's
you.
background. No, don't trust.
Okay.
Trust
Okay.
it. Why did you trust?
I trust Alex's computer.
Alex.
Anyway. So,
I'm actually stealing all your data. Right now, it's all transferring.
okay, well,
Ooh, Apple iPhone. Tap to choose what happens with this device. Now, keep going.
okay. Well, this happened last week, but
Ah, yeah.
because we didn't have a podcast last week, we're gonna do it this week. But,
And we were all freaking out about it. Actually,
Owen confirmed.
I was.
He's been
Yeah,
dancing
Owen
back and
confirmed.
forth
Owen
for the past
confirmed.
week.
Owen confirmed, yeah.
Those
2 weeks,
trumpets,
actually.
man, those trumpets. All right. Well, we've got new
Those
Pokemon
trumpets.
games coming out in November of this year, and
Thank God it's not October.
they are the remakes of Ruby and Sapphire. They will be called Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby, and they look phenomenal.
They do
It's
look
gonna
good.
be really cool.
It's in the X and Y style.
Yeah, it'll be in the X and Y style, but it'll be Ruby and Sapphire, which were great games to begin with.
Which,
Enemy.
if you're watching this, I'm probably gonna post the trailer here, and then we're good.
Yeah.
Keep talking.
Okay. Which it's pretty cool. I mean, they didn't really. We don't know a lot about it.
Yeah.
But
that trash?
they've been. If they're releasing it in November, they've been working on this for a while.
At least a year.
And if you remember way back in the day, you probably heard about Mega Latios and Latias
Yeah.
being released, and by accident,
Yeah.
and or at least the body forms, not the actual coloration or anything. And people were like, "Is this Mega Latios Latias? What's going on here?" And then they weren't in X and Y.
Now,
and everyone was.
Let me ask you this:
confused.
the cover art or the pending cover art, because they haven't actually said that's the final cover. Kyogre and Groudon, the legendaries.
No,
They look like
they will not.
they've changed.
They look like they are legendary. They are mega
Yeah.
evolutions, but they won't be. If you remember from the original games, when you start up the game,
Yeah.
the Groudon and Kyogre's
Glow.
colors glow.
Right.
And even
But-
in the game, in-game, they actually
They
glow.
glow.
But they have
And
spots
so-
on them and everything that change.
They have spots,
That-
but
that
it's just the
aren't
glowing.
in-
I guarantee it's just the glowing. I don't think there will be
A Mega Evolution.
Mega
of them.
Groudon and Mega Kyogre.
Do you think that maybe they could evolve?
Legendaries have never.
No, legendaries don't evolve. I
New
mean,
game.
It could happen.
Change things up.
I mean,
Would
we've
it
got
happen?
stuff like Mega Mewtwo, we've got stuff like Mega Lucario.
Yeah.
Legendaries getting Mega Evolutions is a thing, but I don't think they're going to make Mega Latios, Mega Latias, Mega Groudon, and Mega Kyogre.
I mean, they were all.
However,
in the same
we will definitely see Mega...
game.
No, not Mega Rayquaza either.
Emerald.
That
Emerald.
would, that would,
Oh, that would be
kill us.
awesome.
A Mega
That would kill
Rayquaza.
everything. That would just demolish...
Be awesome.
a super
We
armor.
are
Mega
definitely going to
Deoxys.
see Mega Blaziken and probably Megas of the other 3 starters as
Grovyle
well.
and
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Sceptile
Sceptile.
and
Grovyle.
not
Gravio?
Marshtomp, Swampert.
So you know how in X and Y you had very early on in the game you had the option of getting Squirtle, Charmander, and Bulbasaur.
Yes.
Do you think you're gonna have something like that in this one?
I doubt it.
Yeah.
Because it's a remake, they'll probably
Yeah.
stick to the story pretty well.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what, if you remember Gold and Silver and then Heart Gold, Soul Silver, pretty much the same storyline as well as Ruby and...
You play this, Drew?
Not Ruby and Sapphire.
played Silver
Red
all the
and
time.
Blue,
I played
and then
these two.
Fire Red and
I
then
deleted
Green.
everything again.
I played
But-
Gold, Silver, Crystal.
On
I played all the
accident.
original colors.
But if you also remember, between Red and Blue and then Ruby and Sapphire, or not Ruby and Sapphire, I keep saying that, Hoenn, you've got Fire Red and Leaf Green, they added a ton of stuff. Like the islands themselves are just enormous amounts of extra playing.
There is a lot.
And then you have the remakes of Gold and Silver, Heart Gold, Soul Silver. They added a whole lot. There's lots of new content. And that's definitely what we can expect from these new games.
I'm pretty
which
excited
is going
for
to be
it.
cool.
I'm pretty excited for it. I mean,
And here's why you should be excited for it.
Because
Okay?
they need to let Tauros
The original
evolve.
games were...
Tauros. They
'Cause
did
he
have
never-
a Tauros evolution,
He's never had evolved because there's no second.
or maybe a Mega Tauros.
Yes.
No.
Please.
No, they need to
Awesome,
do it.
like longer horns. He bulks up even more. There's
They
like
should call it
5
Tauros.
of them that rush
Like a
on. and
Texas
just have an
There's
attack.
Longhorn.
Taurus, and then they
Kinda
call it
thing.
Bison.
Like a longhorn.
Yeah.
I would buy the
Bison.
game
There's
just
a
for that.
cool.
That
There's a
would be
second
cool.
Pokemon that kind of looks like Tauros that everybody, when it first
I remember-
released, thought was going to be Tauros' evolution, but it wasn't.
Is that
It was Bouffalant.
Yeah.
Buffalont.
Bouffalant.
Now you played play Pokemon games, Drew?
B-O-U-F.
I used to a lot when I was younger, and then I played Silver on my computer.
Anyway.
Which ones did you play?
But with
Yellow on my Game Boy Color and Silver on my computer
Yeah.
with an emulator.
Blue, red, yellow, silver, gold, crystal, fire red, leaf green,
actually, it was
Emerald,
Ruby Sapphire,
ruby,
then Fire.
sapphire,
Yeah.
ruby, and sapphire. I've played 11
So,
of them. I've
here's
played
the
all
one
of
thing.
the Game Boy Color and Game Boy
The only
Advance.
ones I haven't played are Diamond, Pearl, Platinum,
I haven't played either of those.
and Black one and White one. I've played all.
I haven't played
The,
anything that's not Game Boy Color or Game Boy Advance.
The,
I played
the
none of
one
the DS
thing.
games.
So if
Huh?
you were
None of the DS
hoping
games.
No.
for a Pokemon Z version, because
happening.
we have X, Y, and then naturally Z, because you've got Diamond,
I
Pearl,
think I'm gonna
Platinum.
stop doing that.
I
They
don't.
would have to, because they would end
I
up.
think they will.
Because if you remember when Ruby and Sapphire first came out,
Mm-hmm.
it was Ruby and Sapphire, and then Fire Red and Leaf Green, and then Emerald. So I think that's what we're going to see here. So X and Y, and then Alpha Sapphire and Omega
Mm-hmm.
Ruby, and then Pokemon X. I definitely guarantee that there will be a Pokemon X. I keep saying,
Or Z.
Pokemon Z. I keep saying this. It's going to happen. There's a Z Pokemon, Zygarde or whatever.
So
It's going to happen.
My question is,
Yeah.
why are X, Y, and Z not colors? Every single other Pokemon game is a color.
Running out of colors.
well, because it went into a new art style.
It was colors,
Like
then
the
precious metals, well, except for
Precious
crystal,
metals.
gold and silver.
Those are all colors too. Gold's a color, silver's a color.
But it's a
they're,
precious-
they're
precious
colors that are based
Diamond,
off
Pearl,
of gold, or the metal.
Yeah,
Platinum.
the metal. And then you've got crystal, and then you had ruby sapphire. Every one of them, except for the originals, and then the
Black, white.
newest ones, were
Black and
like
white.
expensive materials.
Yeah.
So
But then
gold,
you have
silver, crystal,
X and Y,
ruby,
right? Which is the
sapphire.
3D plane. The X,
X and Y axis.
then yeah, X
Well,
axis
Z would
and Y
mean-
axis, then Z axis.
And you've got the legendary
Ah,
Pokemons that
I
always
see.
the legendary Pokemon always reflect the game.
Right.
So Diamond had Diagla, Pearl had Palkia, and then Platinum had Giratina.
Yeah.
That's why Crystal
Yes,
was.
I'm curious.
Crystal was
Of course it
Suicune,
Gold was.
Gold was
Raikou.
Ho-Oh,
Silver was.
Oh, true. Gold was.
Ho-Oh,
Raikou.
Silver was Lugia.
Even though I caught Ho-Oh in
and then
red and blue and yellow. You can
like
catch Ho-Oh in
Ruby
Show
was Groudon, Sapphire was Kyogre, and then Emerald was Rayquaza. It's all those.
Rayquaza.
Rayquaza.
I thought it was Ray.
It's however you want to say it, really.
Yeah,
It's,
really.
It's
But yeah, you
Pokemans.
You
You
catch
know.
all 4 legendary birds.
Where
and
the
you catch
hell are the
Ho-Oh.
damn
I don't know.
Pokemon cards?
But let me bring up the my age old prediction that I'm never going to let go until
No.
the day I die, or until it actually
Actually,
happens, or until it actually happens.
actually.
Actually,
They also have in Japan released a bunch of new Pokemon games, including a one for the 3DS that's free to download, and it's entirely Street Pass based, and it's like stickers, and you battle.
do you think they'll
It's
be
like
brought
Super
here?
Paper or Paper Mario Sticker
Why
Star.
not?
So basically,
No,
what you're
they
saying is
won't.
you need to make a round trip flight.
They also have.
You can go to a Pokemon Center.
They're
in
bringing
Japan.
it here. Is the Pokemon
That's so dumb.
Art Academy?
It is dumb.
and you
So
learn how to
dumb.
draw
So dumb.
Pokemon, and that's going to be both for the Wii U and for the 3DS. And
But
so
not
that's
here.
going to be
Those
cool.
won't be.
And
Western games.
it
Yeah.
intrigues me because they're making so many Pokemon games, just one after another. They're just coming out Pokemon games.
Do they think that us people in the Western world don't like Pokemon?
No, they know we love Pokemon.
That's why they're doing
Pokemon
that.
kill
Sells.
in the sales.
Yeah, but
It
X and
actually
Y.
killed people with the Lavender Town music too. If you didn't hear about that,
That's true. Actually, people
killed sales and killed kids.
Kill
Well,
kids too.
X
yeah.
and Y was
That's true.
a huge game,
was-
and it made
Yeah,
them
no,
tons
but
of
they're not
money.
releasing those games in the U.S.
Hmm?
You're telling me about? They're in
The
Japan
Thieves.
only?
The Pokemon, the
They are coming out with the How to
Pokemon.
Draw Pokemon game for the 3DS.
Is that like a
Thousand
is that like a game
There's a
that
book
they're
on
giving you just because you live in Japan and that's the benefit of being Japanese? Or,
Well, I
Even if it
mean,
was being
there's
Japanese,
always
being
been
Japanese.
there's always been special Japanese games for Pokemon, like the Pokemon trading card game for the Game Boy Color.
well, you're losing money.
And
You can't
they-
afford to be that,
Yeah,
that
but
exclusive.
there's a lot of stuff where it's easier just to publish it in Japan when
Yeah.
they know it's
Yeah.
going to sell a lot
My question is,
because
are
Pokemon's
they
a
losing?
part of the culture.
All right, so they're losing money, right?
Yeah.
Are they losing money in just the American markets or in all the markets?
No,
Yeah, all
overall.
of them.
Overall, oh.
It's
I
not-
think
it's not
Japan's
looking
would be
good.
booming.
But let me go
Just
back to
cut-
my
cut
age-old prediction
Won't
of
happen.
it will happen.
Oh,
Is it
actually,
raining? Oh, is it the
It
fan?
will happen. I just don't know if
The
it's
fan.
going
no.
to happen soon.
Here, if we want to go into my next story, we could immediately go for that.
Which one is that?
The one game to rule them all.
Oh. Well, I'll save my thing. Never mind.
Okay,
All right, here's what's your news story.
we'll keep talking later.
Yeah. So moving on, we'll save my spiel later. Go on.
All right, my story is Minecraft.
Ah, Minecraft. I'm
Because-
excited.
Me and
It's kind of exciting.
Nick and I.
Minecraft.
And you.
I'll play.
You,
Me.
you guys want to play Minecraft?
Well, of course.
Well, you play it on
Minecraft.
I play the Pocket Edition,
It's Minecraft,
and the Pocket
yeah.
Edition
My
is
brother
okay.
loves
See,
it.
he doesn't like Minecraft, so
Who?
What?
Drew. Drew doesn't like Minecraft.
he was
Drew,
like,
how
I
do you
played
not
it
like
for like
Minecraft?
2 years,
He's
and then I
in the
stopped
bathroom.
because you know.
Drew.
Remember he deleted it?
Drew.
But yeah, Minecraft is going to be coming to current gen. It's current gen.
It's current
It's
gen.
current gen.
I keep calling it next gen because I
It's
like
still.
saying
I mean,
next gen.
that and they're still coming out with 360.
Yeah, they're next gen.
It's
technically,
moving
kind
from
of.
the
It's current.
360,
No,
PS3
it's
to Xbox
current
One
gen.
and PlayStation 4.
Yep.
And
But it's too early to be talking
4J.
about a next gen. So
yeah, 4J. And it's coming up between now and September.
Yeah, I'll get it.
Of this year.
How much will it
E3
cost?
announcement by
Probably
Sony. You can download Minecraft now.
And that's when I would run and get a credit card and download Minecraft.
No, dude, or yeah, you
I'd have to go get a
you have
credit card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go to a bank.
you need to
sit
fix
there
your-
for
I need
2 hours.
$20 right now.
Your
Quickly,
debit
quickly.
Yeah.
uh,
But yeah,
Sign
4,
me up.
4J
it's gonna
is
come
said-
out October 7th.
probably along with everything
Oh my god.
else. Anyway,
They're trying
Why?
to make that game.
no,
that
wait,
day
well, no.
Gamer
Between now and
hell.
September.
Why?
What?
No.
Oh, that's true.
No.
That's
Before
true.
it's before
It's Gamer
October.
Heaven. October 7th is Gamer Heaven.
Yeah, well, it's
It's
coming
just
out.
reviewer
It's coming out
hell.
before
It's bank
September.
account hell.
It is.
Between now and
Bank
September.
account, hell yeah.
That's what they're saying.
Maybe it'll come out in July.
That'd be
we
nice.
need a game in July.
It might come out at E3.
It might come out at E3.
But
Mojang
4J
comes out and like, hey.
Getting to the point
I
of
mean,
it,
that wouldn't be too
4J
hard.
has said that they're upping the size of the maps. For PC, currently, they have an infinitely generating world.
Yeah.
But
Well, because
since...
it's PC and you can do that.
Yeah, because PCs are
How do you
ridiculous.
not like Minecraft, Drew?
Yeah.
Because I got tired of it, and it made me sick. It seriously, like, you guys know Space Engineers on Steam game?
Sure.
No,
I've
actually,
heard
It's
of
like,
it.
it was like,
Yeah.
like Minecraft in space. I think it's something
Oh,
about
yeah,
all the
yeah.
blocks. It just gives me like motion sickness,
Oh.
and even more so in Space Engineers because like you can like spin
Oh.
around and stuff. So it just made me super sick, and the same thing with Minecraft.
Yeah.
I don't know
See,
what it
in
was.
space, you
but-
got to get out of the idea that there is an up and down. Once you do that, you're fine.
Like after I
is
played
nothing.
Minecraft for a little while, I
Exactly.
kind of got used to it.
We're in space, so there's
But
no
sometimes I
up and
still
down
kind of
here.
got sick,
We're on...
and I just played the same
We're
world for
still
2.5
in space,
years,
though.
and I got kind of bored of it.
Like, this is space.
But they're saying that because of save data restrictions and save file size restrictions, that they can't make an infinitely generating world, but they are going to make one that's significantly larger than that of the 360. And PlayStation 3 had it, right?
Yeah, my brother
Yeah.
has it.
Significantly larger.
It's very popular on PS3.
Which it's already huge.
Theoretically, the update for the Minecraft PE app will make it
Bigger.
an infinite map.
Yeah, because you're
Or
using
pretty
Wi-Fi.
close
Well,
to it.
and
It's
installments,
enormous.
But
I mean,
it's
it's
like the
already
problem-
like
I mean, it has to
400 blocks
load.
by 400 blocks.
if you look at all these other like PS4 and
Swear.
Xbox One games, like the save files themselves are huge. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
the
not that big.
games to install are big, but then the save
Minecraft's not that
files-
big. Like I've looked at the save files.
Yeah.
They're not that big, but
I
then
mean,
again, it's
You
what,
can
64
literally
bit?
break it down into blocks.
Yeah, you can break it. You
Literally.
can literally break it down to nothing.
Yeah.
To just the bedrock, and
That's
then build. I mean, like Rapture. I tried building Rapture in Minecraft.
How did that work for you?
I got all of the rocks taken. I got taken all the way down to bedrock and started building. And then I was like,
How
I'm
the
not doing this
heck
anymore.
did you take an entire world and just reduce it to...
dynamite. Boom.
Wow.
Inventory editor, lots of dynamite.
Yeah, just go to. You can do creative mode.
That's
Or that,
true.
yeah.
And I just took dynamite and I went all around the outside, all around the top, and just
I
kept
have,
doing
I
stripes.
have
of
a
it.
question for you.
That would take
Do you
forever.
think that Herobrine's going to be there?
I don't know.
That's a good.
He's technically not.
He's not.
What about
really
mods?
there.
Pixel
I don't-
mod and all that.
I don't know if they'll be able to do
See,
that. For,
that's what I'm wondering. Like, Minecraft is popular, but I've never really sat down and played
I mean, the
Minecraft.
PC version of it is.
There's some cool mods on the PC.
There's some
PC
really cool
version
stuff.
is
like,
incredible.
you know the clay soldier mod? You could build like the little clay soldiers out of
The
clay.
golems and stuff.
No, they're like
A
little
clay
tiny
soldier
clay
made
soldiers.
of
Oh, no.
clay?
They would
What?
like run around and you can have them fight each other. Like you could equip
That's
them with sticks
awesome.
That's cool.
as like swords, and you could give them like iron to make armor.
That's really cool.
It was.
but see, like all those mods are really cool and everything.
But, I
that's
mean,
like the PC version.
They're bringing
Yeah, the
out
PC version is
for the
incredible.
360
It's
version
huge.
at least. They were releasing like texture packs, which is something that the PC version did. Which like there's a Mass
Which-
Effect one, there's a Skyrim one,
Oh.
Which
there's
makes the...
a
That's
natural
kinda
texture
cool.
pack. There's a plastic one that makes everything look like Legos.
But see,
Yeah,
I
it makes
wanna
the
play,
entire game look incredible.
Yeah,
I
it-
want to
it can
play,
look really good.
Pixelmon.
Yeah, you and your Pokemon.
I love Pokemon,
I don't know
dude,
if
I am
that'll.
sorry.
I don't know if that'll show up.
Yeah.
But when you do download the texture pack, you get a base. Like whenever you load a random world
Mm-hmm.
with Skyrim or something. Like with Skyrim, it builds Riverwood from Skyrim.
Wow.
It builds Riverwood the town. It builds
That's impressive.
Dragon's Reach. It builds
So all the major cities, pretty much.
and it builds the Bleak Falls Barrow that you go to.
Really?
Yeah,
Huh.
you can actually go in, and
That's
it's
interesting.
pretty cool.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Are there things in it? Like, do you fight things?
I mean, it's all the skeletons are now dressed like Draugr. They've got armor and skin hanging off of them and stuff, and the spiders look like giant spiders.
yeah.
Aren't they
Now,
already
so,
pretty
I
giant?
don't know.
Look like
you
giant
said
They're already
Mass
pretty
Effect.
giant.
They were
They
already
were
really
pretty
big, but they look
huge.
like the giant
Yeah.
spiders from the game.
I don't mean to get off topic, but we seem to do that a lot. And this has nothing to do with Minecraft. But you said Mass Effect, and it made me think of this. What do you think about the Mass Effect rumors of it coming to PS4?
That would be nice.
Like the whole
Like a
series?
new
Like
game?
the-
Like the
three-
like the 3 collection, like the
I
trilogy.
I
We've
just bought it
discussed
for
this before
360
already,
though.
haven't
Have we?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was a rumor, though.
yeah.
And then, but
You asked
They're
us if
making
we
a
would
new
buy
one.
it, and Houston said that he just bought it on 360.
Yeah, we did this before.
Did we?
Like
I think
but
so.
like images
10
of
podcasts
it,
ago.
images of it have shown up.
that's Mass Effect 4.
No, not of Mass Effect 4. It's the Mass Effect trilogy on PS4.
Would
It's
that
been
be
shown up
something you
in
would-
stores, not in stores, but on online stores in like Europe.
Hmm.
You know, those kind of things.
I've seen
It's an obscure
artwork
place
for
Europe. No one lives there.
I've seen artwork for the Turians for Mass Effect.
You know I
4,
don't believe that.
which makes me think that it might be during the Turian Wars.
I'm considering.
Once
Spoilers.
again,
yeah,
If you
that would be
played.
released at E3 probably. Or
Yeah.
that's an
announced.
announcement.
And that'd be wonderful.
E3.
Be great.
That's going to be great.
I mean, it'd be great if Shepard was in it.
Shepherd.
If you're ever watching this, BioWare,
I
Shepard.
feel like this year's E3 is gonna be great because it's gonna be games.
There's no console
games.
stuff.
We don't have to deal with the consoles. That's
Well,
That was
unless
amazing.
Sony comes
That was
out
a-
and starts
that was
talking
so
about,
cool.
which I wouldn't be complaining about, comes out and starts talking about Project Morpheus, their VR stuff, and shows off more stuff.
Coming up next
See,
year, the
I don't-
PS5.
I don't know how I
that
feel
could
about
be.
it.
If they just spend like 10 to 15 minutes talking about that and then get it over with and talk about the games, I'd be okay with that. Because I kind of want to hear more stuff about it.
Yeah.
Because I think it's kind
I
of
kind of want to see more about it
Is
before I.
what games are going to be.
Not just that,
Because
but like,
that was
how
really
it's gonna
big.
function.
Is Oculus
Yeah.
Rift going
Like
to have
first
their own
person
How much
shooters.
is it going to
for E3?
cost?
First person
Coming
shooters are
out?
going to suck.
Is Oculus Rift going to have their own thing for E3?
No.
No.
Facebook might.
Facebook?
Or Facebook owns Oculus
That's
Rift.
true. That's true.
Yeah.
That was
Zynga.
one of our
Facebook.
stories.
That used to be a
Zynga,
really
depending
big
on who you
thing,
listen
and then
to.
it just kind of quieted down.
What, Facebook?
Oculus
What?
Rift.
The Oculus Rift and all that stuff.
And
And Project
has anyone,
Morpheus.
have any of you seen Summer Wars?
Yeah, I mean,
Kind
that's
of
the-
off topic, but still goes along with it. Summer
Not
Wars?
really.
No.
No? Alright, it's an anime. Alright? And it's like Facebook.
Okay.
Alright, so think Facebook. But it's got your Facebook account, your Tumblr account, your bank account, all your personal information,
Sounds like what Google's trying to do.
and it's like a city in
That's
virtual
scary.
space.
That's cool.
and it's like your phone's on it, your computer's on it, you can have VR on it,
Yeah.
and you have an avatar, which is like your persona in this space, and you can do your business online, you can do money stuff online, you can
Better than
order
real
your,
life.
you can literally go to a pizza place in the
Yeah.
cyber world, order a pizza, and they will deliver it to your house type thing.
That's awesome.
I think
Is this
VR is going
already
to be really
out?
cool.
it's gonna be.
it's an anime.
It's an anime.
Oh
Yeah.
shit!
And then I'm
Yeah,
like-
he was like, dude, is this real?
Seriously.
no way.
No
Yeah.
way!
You
But
can't do it
think
through
of
your
it-
internet's too bad.
See, that's
Yeah.
the thing that I think that Facebook might do in the future with the Oculus Rift,
Right.
because it would be,
I mean-
virtual reality. You're in that space
Yeah.
and you're moving around.
And I've said before, this is where gaming is going eventually.
Sword
It's
Art.
gonna be. It's
It
gonna
will be Sword Art
VR.
Online.
Yeah,
Log Horizon.
pretty much.
Gaming in the future, 16-bit. Watch my words. Mark my words. It's going to be
16-bit, like
16.
Contra.
Like, we're stuck on 8-bit now. It's going to be 16-bit one day.
What are you talking about? 8-bit, 64-bit's
I'm
Minecraft.
joking.
Logan,
Anyway,
You're making no sense.
60.
that's
you know what I mean?
where
Mixed up
everything's
now.
going, and it's gonna be.
VR's
It's going to be
cool.
16-bit all the way.
VR's
I-
going to be cool.
Now that you said something, I think that we haven't heard anything about Project Morpheus
We
for
did
a
a power
while.
surge?
Well,
Since,
at
like,
least for
a month or
3 or
two.
4 weeks now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw that.
So
been a while.
We'll hear about it. I have no doubt in my mind we'll hear about it.
yeah.
Because it's like, and then we're going to hear a lot of gloating from Sony. We're going to hear a whole lot of boasting.
That's what happened
Like,
Or they're
after
gonna be like-
last year.
We have the #1 next-gen console. The numbers even show it with 10 bajillion sold. It's going to happen. That
Or-
happens
or
every
they're gonna be
E3
like,
from
yeah,
each company.
We killed VR. Ha ha, fooled you.
That'd be great.
Why would that be great?
I
That'd be
don't know.
terrible. I would be upset.
No, I mean, if they come out and be
We really
like
don't
Project
need
Morpheus,
virtual reality.
you can go buy it today. I'm just imagining where Sony just comes out and be like, you
You
know
know
all
what-
those anticipated games you have, you can go buy them all today.
Jack 4. Jack 4.
Or
It's
even-
on,
or even better.
in stores now.
Hey, you remember when we showed you that video online about the VR? Yeah. Since you watched that video, you've been in a coma and you're actually in the game.
You're
right
actually
now.
playing the game right
Like
now.
totally Spy Kids 3D.
Welcome to
I was
the
thinking
Matrix.
Sword Art.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it reminded me of.
Welcome to the Matrix.
Kids?
No,
Wake
oh,
up.
that's a good movie, by the way.
It is. I saw it in theaters.
Sword Art?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like,
Spy Kids. I haven't seen Sword Art.
Oh,
You
Spy
need
Kids
to watch
3?
yeah, I've seen
No,
it.
that was a horrible movie.
He's like, wait.
Wait a second. No!
Spy Kids 3? That was the worst.
Spy Kids 1 and 2, it's one of the greatest films of all time, but Spy Kids 3, that's when they crossed the line.
Spy Kids 3 was
Like,
great.
they're garbage.
Sylvester Stallone is a
He's the
game
toy
designer.
maker.
George Lopez.
He's the toy maker. He's great.
Okay.
He's the toy
George-
maker.
George
No,
Lopez.
he's Judge Dredd.
Sylvester Stallone.
That's where he's
Let's
say.
move on.
He's
He's a toy
Rambo.
maker.
Who, Sylvester Stallone?
He's Rambo. First and
He's
foremost.
Judge Dredd.
He's
Sylvester
Rambo.
Stallone? Yes, he's
not.
Rambo.
He
He's
was
Rambo.
Judge Dredd.
Yeah, he's a toy maker in Spy Kids 3.
He was Rambo,
He does a good job,
Judge
though.
Dredd.
He was terrible as Judge Dredd.
Let's-
He was
Let's
amazing.
move on.
He was
This
the only
is-
Judge Dredd that matters.
Everybody hates Nick Cage,
No
and that's the end of it.
offense to
Oh.
No,
Carl
I
Urban?
don't. He is
Carl
a god.
Urban. Keith Urban's an Australian country singer. He was. Keith Urban was Dredd. Judge
Keith
Dredd.
Urban.
He's the law.
No, dude, it's totally Keith Urban. Keith
Totally.
Urban is totally
Him and Nicole
Judge
Kidman.
Dredd.
Jeez.
Oh my gosh.
All right, let's
That's-
move
You
on.
can't tell. It's a little
Drew,
late.
you have no news story. You're just here to help commentate and sit in. And
What do you think about Nick Cage? Just answer in like one word.
Me and my brother joke about him in National Treasure a lot, because,
That's
He
not
just-
one word, man.
Keep going, though. Keep
He
He
going.
hasn't gotten to the one word yet.
well, he just always finds funny things in that movie. He thinks he's funny in that movie for some reason.
He's like,
Like, he's not, like, trying to be funny, he just thinks things he does in that movie are
I
funny.
often wonder if Nick Cage
So
ever
he'll
tries
like,
to be anything.
when he finds the pipe in the ship, he's like, I found something! And then he just, like, laughs. He's like, that's hilarious. I don't know why. I think it's kind of funny, too.
Hey,
but
I
it's like an
found
inside
something.
joke to him.
Let's move on.
no, 3 words. Disgrace to Coppola's.
Francis Ford and Sophia.
One word.
Yeah.
God.
Francis Ford.
I wanted to talk about
That's his
Mortal Kombat
uncle.
10,
Yeah.
but I didn't
Yeah.
really research it.
Disgrace.
But it sounded cool.
Godfather to.
You know he's in it.
For the record, Drew would like
Who?
to.
Alex, do you have
What are
a
you
Mortal
talking
Kombat? Are we
about?
going to go back to
He
Logan,
wasn't
or are we going to go to
alive.
you?
What are you talking about?
In the 70s?
I don't understand.
Nick Cage was like probably 2.
In the
I
70s, he was probably like 12.
In this.
In the 70s,
He's not
he was
60
he's
years
not
old.
60 years old.
Jeez. He's like 50, maybe.
You would be if you were born. He'd be like,
78, he was probably 2 because in the 90s he was 20, and gone in 60 seconds.
Look at what year he was born in.
Alright.
Is this worth knowing?
He's about 50.
All right,
maybe.
Logan, you're going to give your next news story.
Right now?
Yeah.
All right. The Xbox 360 is going to be...
The Xbox
Sorry, the
Xbox 360 is gone.
Xbox...
Nick Cage 361.
Nick Cage 360
Okay.
edition.
Nick Cage
I've
gone in
got
360.
Nick Cage on my mind. All right, the Xbox One
Things you
is
don't
going to be
need
sold with
on your mind.
in a package without the Kinect. So it's going to be priced at $399, which is the exact same price.
That's
On
the
what
Xbox
day?
One, not
On
the
what
360.
day?
Correction. Xbox One, not 360.
Yeah,
I said that.
Xbox
I
One.
said
said
that.
360.
What are you doing to my? No.
He was born.
He's age 50. He was born in 1964.
Nicholas Kim Coppola.
Oh, so he was what?
So he was not alive in the 50s.
I said in 1972 he'd be like 12.
1978 is when Godfather 2 came out. 1977.
I haven't seen a single
is
Godfather movie.
1.
Are you?
Me neither.
Anyway,
Continue.
Okay, the
Continue
Xbox
on.
One
The Xbox
is
One.
going to be sold at $399. And I'm not sure which day. When?
June 9th.
June 9th.
E3.
The
E3.
day of.
The day of.
The day of E3.
Like, we don't have to say
You'll be
what
able to
it is,
buy
but they
an
know.
Xbox One for $399
Without the Kinect.
without the Kinect.
Thank
Which
the Lord.
everybody doesn't like for some reason. But anyway.
It's a cool
Let me-
feature
let me
if
give
you
my-
want it, but most people don't want it.
Why?
So it's not worth the money.
Why not?
That's why
It's
we're all
no-
fat.
okay.
We don't get exercise
Here's-
from the Kinect.
Yeah,
It's
let
obvious.
Alex.
Because you're like swinging your
It's
arms.
obvious.
Let Alex say something.
It's obvious.
And then we can shoot him down.
no, let him say
It
something.
makes sense. Because obviously, they were planning on revealing this on June 9th.
Yeah.
Like they do with all their major console news.
You can do it now.
Yeah, you can do it now. They
Yeah.
did the same thing with the Xbox 360 Slim.
Yeah.
They were like, you can go at the stores right now and buy it. But they
I remember
decided
that.
to announce it a month ahead.
Yeah, so people can start pre-ordering them.
Yeah, that's
You'll
fine
be able
and
to pre-order them
everything.
with the next price, will you?
Yeah.
Maybe,
Yeah.
I guess. Okay, it's going to be a
Yeah.
different package.
But
Yeah.
you know that June 9th, that date, was set by them because they were going to announce it at E3.
Yeah.
Did it get leaked or
But
something?
no,
No.
No,
they
they
just
just-
came
they just
out
went
and
ahead
they
and
just
did it.
said did it.
That
Probably
way they're
because
not worried.
Houston, why? You have a speculation as to why they did this early.
A theory. Here's a theory as
theory.
to why.
They're going to reveal big games.
Oh yeah, they're gonna. I'm like,
What?
that was
theory?
hours ago. What are you talking about? ADD.
We're so high, we can't remember
And
anything.
it's so high.
Man, what was it? 2
But yeah,
hours
I
ago?
have a feeling that they're going to be putting out a whole bunch of big Xbox One titles.
Hmm.
And since a lot of people
Like
don't want to buy
launching
the
them
Xbox
or
One,
announcing them?
announcing. They're like, all right, we're going to have this many games for the Xbox One coming out within the next couple months or
Right.
year.
Yep.
So what I think they're going to do is that's the reason that they're getting rid of the Kinect. Is because people that don't want the Kinect haven't bought an Xbox One.
Right.
Well,
If
yeah.
you're like, hey, we're going to knock
Well,
$100
yeah.
off and take the Kinect out, people are going to be like, okay. And then
Now I'm
and
in.
Now it's,
then-
now it's the same price.
And since it's going to be E3, they're going to be like, all right, so here's a list of like 600 games we're going to push out within the
Probably
next
not
couple
600
years.
That's quite
games.
a
Couple
lot.
years. Couple years.
Probably not even six. They're probably not even going to announce 600.
Well, there's
games.
over 100 games for the PS4 this year,
Yeah.
supposedly. So I mean, for the next couple years,
Here's
Those
just been
are
looking for them.
confirmed.
He hasn't found them.
I haven't
yet.
found them, but
Couple
I've been
years,
looking.
2 years.
Here,
All right, several years. My
Yeah.
bad.
Okay.
Here's some things that we're gonna tease. Here's some things that we're coming out with this year. Here's some things that are coming out next year.
Yeah.
Here's a bunch of trailers for stuff for
Here's
the
a bunch
Xbox.
of stuff that
That does
third-party
not-
games that are coming to all consoles
that
that we
does-
get exclusive content.
yeah,
Battlefront
and stuff that
probably.
we do not need the Kinect
Yeah,
for.
I'm already calling it. Huh?
So stuff that we don't need the Kinect for.
And Alex theorizes that the
and then everyone's
Battlefront
gonna go
will
out
have
and buy one.
Xbox exclusive stuff.
Yeah,
'Cause-
Star Wars Battlefront is going to get exclusive content.
Because we're getting
for the
Destiny
Xbox
exclusive content.
see,
Huh?
Because we're getting Destiny
that's-
exclusive
that could
content.
be-
Well, not just that,
We
but
as in
because
PlayStation people.
Microsoft and EA for some reason now have like a really big buddy system going on.
Well, they've been like that for a
Titanfall, not really.
Mass
Last
Effect.
last gen, right?
Yeah, man.
EA was always with Sony. Battlefield always got their
Mass Effect?
stuff first. Yeah,
Mass Effect was on Xbox first.
yeah, but it was carried over into PS3. And
After
then
a
Battlefield
while.
3, Battlefield
Like, they're the
3
second one.
got all the exclusive content early
Yeah,
before the
Battlefield-
Xbox.
My thing with Battlefield is
Besides
they
that, the
release the
glitches.
game before it's complete.
But well, that's
was
just
awful.
Battlefield
Angry
4.
Joe said that.
That was just Battlefield 4.
I hate it.
Battlefield 3 was like that too. When I
Really?
played it and I fell through the
He's
map
too angry.
every game.
Really?
Yeah.
That sucks. Me and
That's
Logan
what
played it.
I was like, I'm done with
Battlefield
this. I
3?
can't do
Yeah.
I
this.
played the hell out of Battlefield 3.
Yeah. But anyway, that's not the point. EA was always kind of with Sony and all those things, more supportive in the last gen. Maybe not Mass Effect, but there's always games like that.
Remember when
There's
we
always
played
games that they kind of, well, maybe we should bring it to, PS3 because we we're
Could
buddies
sell
with
a
them.
lot more.
Yeah.
Remember when we played the Battlefield 3 beta and like fell through the map?
Well, that was the beta.
That happened to me in the beta too.
Yeah.
I was like,
But-
maybe the finished game will be different.
Battlefield 4?
Well, that was a
I
big
haven't played the
problem.
map in Battlefield 4.
But it's
That's
like
good.
now
I
they've
get stuck on
switched,
walls.
and now they're big partners with Microsoft, making like Titanfall exclusive for the Xbox.
Which
now
was more
they
bark than bite,
now they're
really.
Plants vs Zombies, which is an EA game, coming
is?
out. Yeah, coming out first on Xbox One and Xbox 360. There's a lot of games like that from EA, but not Need for Speed. Battlefield 4 has you can get your maps early
On Xbox.
on Xbox,
Yeah.
like a week or two early.
I mean,
Whatever.
I haven't gotten any maps
Yeah.
since I bought it.
Well, you didn't. I got Battlefield
Premium.
Premium.
yeah,
which
so you
means I
get all of them free. Well, not free.
No,
but
it was
you don't have to
50.
pay for
It's
them to
$50,
come out.
but it's a lot cheaper than
You
buying
save
it separately.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like significant.
You know, you can still buy
See,
premium.
Here's
Why wouldn't you be able to?
You can buy it throughout until whenever they get rid of Battlefield.
That's ridiculous.
here's
You
You
know
buy-
how big that download would be?
Not really.
It'd be
not big.
huge. Well,
Well,
You, for all those
successively-
maps that you got to get.
well, if you
well-
you have to go and download everyone separately.
Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't do it automatically.
No, but if you buy premium, you're still getting a great deal.
Oh yeah, they're like $20 or $10 a pop, aren't
Is
they?
it 15?
Something
Come
like that.
Black Friday sales, you'll probably be able to get Battlefield Premium for like $30 to $20.
And there's a whole lot of there's a whole lot of sales
There's a
going
whole
on.
Right there, there's a whole lot.
On
Tell you
that,
what now.
their PlayStation store has a whole bunch
PlayStation
of sales
store?
going on right
Yeah,
now
No
store?
way.
for like DLC stuff.
One time,
You can
I
get
was at Walmart, and this
Bitcoins.
redneck, it was past 3 or 4 years, came up asking for PS1 stuff, and they were like, "We don't."
When I worked at GameStop, people would do that. Do you sell PS2 stuff here? Dude, we started selling PS2 stuff 6
This
years
is
ago.
Walmart. Though. They were looking for new PS1 stuff. Like,
Yes.
Oh,
Some people
Somebody
just
has
come
it
out
with
from
the
the
haul.
woods.
Tried to
Wow.
trade in my PS1 games.
See,
at Walmart.
No offense, but
Here's the
like
thing
that.
about this
Offense.
Xbox One price drop, no connect. They're basically doing exactly what Sony did
Just later.
1 year ago.
I mean, you see
Okay.
how helpful it was though.
why? What? I don't understand what you're saying.
I'm
They're
t-
doing what?
They
Sony
dropped
They're
the
doing
iPhone.
exact. Okay, they
Oh, I remember that.
They
Sony
dropped the
never.
iPhone.
Sony
Well, that's true.
Sony got rid of the camera.
well,
Yeah,
they didn't
yeah.
get rid of it. They just
No, they got
made
rid of it.
optional.
PlayStation
They
camera.
made it
Yeah,
optional,
oh, so
but
you
in
can't
top.
get the iPhone anymore.
But when they made it optional, they made it an actual desirable thing.
Yeah.
Whereas with the Xbox, it's $100 more expensive, and you're forced to get the Connect, which not everybody wants.
Not
Yeah,
everybody.
because
I
it
use it.
listens.
Okay, I will say, I was a non-believer before, when Microsoft was like, well, you have to have the Kinect. I was kind of like, that's kind of bad. I will never use it, blah, 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 blah.
I mean, the
I
Kinect
don't
is
use
nice.
any of the motion stuff. I
Yeah,
use the voice
true.
controls. Voice controls I use to navigate everything.
Isn't it much easier just to push a button though?
Nope.
Oh,
It's
because
easier to say...
moving your
well,
thumbs
I
so
don't wanna
much
turn it on.
effort.
I don't want to turn it on, but I'll say like Xbox Watch TV, and it'll go to TV, and I'll
As
be
we
like,
all look to see
oh,
the
let's see, Xbox, I want to watch TNT, and then it'll go to TNT. I want to watch ABC, and it'll go to ABC, like that.
Seriously, every time we say
That is
Xbox on the podcast, we all look at the
We all
Xbox to
turn it
see if
on.
it's
Yeah,
turned on.
See if it's turned on. I like doing that.
It sounded very wrong.
I never sit
Xbox
there
turn
and
on.
use the controller to navigate because it's so clunky. I don't want to do that anymore.
But I feel like
Is that a critique of the Xbox?
as closer, the closer
Vibrates
we
so
get,
awesome, though.
the closer we get to like E3 and stuff, the more Microsoft has been like, oh, we're going to listen to gamers, oh, we're going to do what you want, so on and so forth, which is exactly Sony's position last year.
Since 2012, really.
yeah.
Well, yeah,
Since they launched PlayStation Plus.
Well, since they announced the PS4,
and I mean,
they're like, we're
it's
gonna
like
listen to the
so
gamers now.
Microsoft had just been like, oh, hey, yeah,
We can do it
we're
too.
sorry, we're gonna do
I
this
think
now.
I agree with that.
I think it's
completely.
just an apology.
I agree with
Well,
that
it's not, they're
completely.
not apologizing. They just,
I
want,
don't-
they just want more money.
I don't think they're going about it the right way.
Nah.
They needed, instead of just taking the Kinect out, they need to come up with some way where you can get at least the microphone on the Kinect built into the Xbox One. Because there are going to be so many new Xbox One owners that will never have the chance and never will know that they had a chance to use those voice controls.
Because the button was just
That's
so
the
damn
greatest
hard
thing.
to push.
That's my favorite feature of any next-gen console, is being able to use my voice to navigate, go to games.
Connect has given this man a voice.
I like it.
I mean,
like it.
it's cool, it's futuristic, and I definitely enjoy it.
I never thought I would actually use it.
And
I'd be
like,
I might use
the
it once or
whole,
twice.
the
I
whole
use it
like
all
you
the
put
time.
your hand out there and it follows where it goes,
Sorry,
and you're like, push or grab or something, and it'll click.
Wait.
Yeah,
It's
I never do that.
nice.
I never do that because that
I
doesn't
enjoy
really
that.
work.
I
then-
enjoy doing
Little
stuff
baby
like
hands.
that.
I'll be over here on my.
It might be because you're
desktop.
so pale. Actually, it might not be able to pick you
Hey.
up.
Maybe.
I mean, that's not an
We're
insult.
the
That's,
same
that's probably an
skin
actual
tone.
thing.
Yeah.
Like you might
But
just see it as a wall or something.
I
Is that
uh,
actually white, like completely?
Yes, you can see your veins.
I was over there on my desktop or whatever, and
Look at that.
I was watching TV across the room, right? And I would like get up and stretch or something, and it would pick up my hand and start pausing things and like rewinding, and I'm like, no, stop, no.
That's
Quit
hilarious.
it! Knock it out!
So
Welcome
I mean,
to futuristic
I just
technology.
want the microphone. I just want the microphone.
well, there's a microphone in the Xbox.
No, there's not.
Yeah, there is.
It's built into the Kinect.
Watch. They will have. a
They
microphone
need
in
to
the-
do that.
There's one in the PlayStation.
No, it's built into the camera.
No, my PlayStation does it too.
Yeah,
don't
if
have
you
it
have
on.
your headset plugged in, it'll use the microphone on the headset.
Isn't it like a really
I've just said
sucky headset though?
Yeah.
the one that they give you. It's
Yeah.
just
So
it's like half
what
a
you're
headphone.
telling us is that your PlayStation has trouble playing DVDs and you can talk to it.
It has trouble playing Blu-ray, or no, it has trouble playing DVDs.
Yeah.
And
It has pretty bad DVD.
And by I would say the quality is terrible.
What are you doing, Will?
You have like a possessed PS4 or something.
Yeah,
It's
because I
also
don't,
really quiet. It freaks me
Are you
out.
sure you don't have anything
Like,
plugged into
you
it?
don't
like
have-
headphones
I'm
or
pretty
Like
anything
sure.
like that?
something weird with your
No,
PS4.
Wait,
No,
when
it
we
runs
first got
perfect.
it took him like
Weird.
It
2
took me
days
2
to
days to
download
download Battlefield.
That's true.
Your eyes got
What is-
really big. I was
He's
just
like,
I just thought it was white and little
2 days to download
pupil.
Battlefield. It's nothing.
it took me 2. Yeah, it's like 2 days.
I tried to download League of Legends.
I get
Guess
to
how
play it
long it
this
said?
year.
Like it said, estimated time remaining. Guess how many days it said it was?
7.
Rest of your life.
36,000 days.
Jeez.
Goodness.
Seriously, like 2 days. Hell, I can wait that
It's like
long.
what?
So I just said,
1 bit a day,
But seriously,
maybe.
your eyes were like completely white
Yours
except for
were
the pupils.
too.
I was just like, because
Yeah.
I was scared. I was like,
It took me
so
2
true.
days to download Battlefield. My DVDs play a little weird. Like it's just weird.
Yeah.
and it's silent.
You need help,
It's
man.
completely silent. Like I'll be running
You
a
have an
game
autistic
like Battlefield.
PlayStation.
I'll be playing Battlefield and I'll be playing just match after match after match with downloads going in the background, and it's just like.
Does it ever float?
And then when I play a Blu-ray, it's like. I'm like, what is going on? You're quiet when I'm doing a whole bunch of different things, but when I watch a
But when
Blu-ray,
you're
you're
downloading
like,
stuff, is it when you're downloading stuff?
I'm downloading things and playing Battlefield, and it's just.
Yeah.
But when I'm watching a Blu-ray, it's like. Eh.
Probably because you're downloading things, then it already has the disc of Battlefield installed on yours.
No, I'm talking about like when I was downloading
Streaming
Blacklight.
it, like, it was
I was downloading Blacklight
silent.
Retribution,
Right.
and it was just like
But that doesn't
Like,
tax
just the
your
fan
system.
going on.
That
Does it
doesn't
ever
tax your
levitate?
system.
And
Downloading
does
a
its
full
Playing
head,
the Blu-ray
like, turn
does because it's
360?
trying to access the disc
to read
constantly.
it. It sounds like it goes like whenever the new chapter starts, it goes yank yank, like it goes
Yeah.
like the disc spinning
Yeah.
around. It's like the
Is
disc.
that why
It's
you-
like,
So it sounds like a DVD player.
no, it sounds like the disc doesn't move until a new chapter starts. It just sounds like it just goes like it's like
Yeah. Well, that's just the disc mover.
I'm like-
Is that why you play your 360?
I don't know how
Those
these
are-
discs,
that's
discs,
DVDs,
optical
right?
discs work.
my
I don't-
360
That's DVDs, right?
that's Blu-rays.
Blu-ray?
But anyway,
DVDs it sounds quiet, but the quality
Let's move on.
doo-doo.
Speaking of Sony
It's weird.
and news and crazy stuff that we never thought would be possible with this PlayStation 4,
Yeah,
selling over 7 million sold.
Yeah.
Right? That's like an
Since launch, and that was
extreme
November
amount.
15th or 18th, whatever the heck it was.
Huge amount.
When was it?
But-
The 15th?
How many PCs
Sony-
have been sold?
Huh?
I said how many PCs have been sold?
Like 3 trillion?
Tons, millions. I don't know.
They've already beating Sony
That was
right
just
there.
a mash of.
They
I'll
will
do
never
that.
How many cell phones have
Yeah.
been sold?
more
Cell
than
phone?
that.
Because those have games too.
yeah.
Remember when everyone was like, "Oh my gosh, mobile games
see,
are going to take over consoles,"
people were like-
and we're like,
people were
"Ah,
like, man,
PS4s!"
PlayStation
Yeah.
has sold 7 million copies. I'm like, computers have been around forever, and they've been selling.
Computers
Millions
have not
of-
been around forever.
Yeah, since
Have you seen some of those hieroglyphs?
Yeah, so a guy like this, the laptop.
But anyway,
R2D2 and C3PO. I mean, have you not seen Indiana Jones?
well,
No.
PCs have the benefit of being able to switch out parts and they still work. for-
Continue, Alex.
You can do it with
why
PCs
I
too.
use a PC.
Continue.
What? Yeah,
you can do it with PlayStation.
We set up this big bomb
Hard
drop,
drives.
and then you didn't do anything.
I know.
Continue.
Anyway, after all these 7 million have sold, blah 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 blah, we all love them. I love my PS4. You love your PS. I'm
I
guessing we all
cuddle
love
with
our
it.
PS4.
I cuddle with it.
Right.
You
Well,
always turn it off.
Sony is posting
I don't turn it
a
on.
You left it
$1.72
on.
billion loss this
That's
fiscal
Who?
year.
Sony.
yeah.
Sony is a company,
Not
but not the
like
Microsoft
PlayStation.
division,
Not-
and not Sony Computer Entertainment
Sony,
America.
the entire company, let me explain it. The entire company has lost $1.72 billion for this fiscal year.
Oh.
Well, they don't just
Continue.
make
Why are you doing
PS4s
that?
too, so they might.
Their PlayStation brand is the
$1
only successful one, and this is all according to the Wall Street Journal. Kaz Hirai, the CEO and president of Sony, right, who used to be the head of the PlayStation branch not too long ago, I would say maybe 3 or 4 years ago,
When the PlayStation 3 was going through so much trouble.
kind of.
Oh, so this
How
guy's-
much?
Well, when
How
it
much
was on
loss
the
did they
upside,
have?
1.72 billion.
1.72 billion.
Billion.
That is like Nintendo.
Billion.
Nintendo has only lost 457 million.
Right.
Yeah.
So Sony's
So
doing
Sony-
worse.
Sony's a much bigger
Losing.
company.
But
than
Sony's a much
Nintendo.
bigger
This is
company.
true. And
Sony
they're very
is losing
expensive.
money from their laptop business, which
Their-
they're trying to get off their hands.
their
They're trying to sell
TV
to another
business.
company.
I mean,
Their TV business.
failing, it's not gonna be
they
easy.
tried to revive the
Their
digital
stereo-
Walkman.
Yeah, their stereo
What?
business, which I have
Hold on.
one.
Where you put the
Let me.
CDs in?
No,
Let me
I have
explain
one. It's an
everything.
MP3 player. It's actually really nice. But
Let me explain everything that they're trying to do right now.
it's too late now.
So they're trying to do their TVs. Their TVs are profitable, right? Kind of. They
Not-
are.
not
They're
anymore.
They are. They're profitable. Their 4K TVs aren't profitable.
Who's gonna pay $6,000 for a 4K TV?
Exactly.
No, but
it's a very niche market.
It's a 4K TV that's cost $6,000 to buy.
You should do a podcast about that by itself because that was catchy. I'd watch
It's
it.
ridiculous.
But
This is mad money with.
their Bravia TVs sell.
Do it. Do
Their
it.
Bravia TVs sell. And
Kind
with the
of.
PlayStation Now being built into the new ones,
Do they
they're
have
going to
the-
sell more.
Is there
There's
a
Maybe.
video too? They have
Huh?
a video, or is it
Yeah.
something else? Is that Sony?
No.
They own Nvidia.
No,
No, they
video.
don't.
Just the
They
VIDIA.
do own Nvidia.
No, they don't.
Or
Recently,
Vida.
they bought it.
Vidya.
Vidya.
don't believe
Yeah,
that.
the
Vidya.
They do
Vidya.
own Nvidia.
Is that theirs too?
Nvidia?
Nvidia is its own company.
I think
Nvidia's its own
Sony
company.
owns Nvidia. Though.
It's a graphics company, mainly, right?
Yeah.
They do performance things
Yeah.
for PCs.
No, dude, no, if anybody, they're owned by Intel. Yeah, they're owned by Intel, dude.
No, say
I
it's a
swear
computer thing,
Sony
mainly.
bought-
I
No.
love Intel.
Anyway, moving
Why?
on. They're trying to do their TVs. Their
Nice.
4K TVs aren't selling because it's a very niche market and nobody's going to buy them.
Not that many millionaires
But their
or billionaires.
their cameras, their digital cameras.
People are buying Nikons.
People buy Nikons,
And cameras on cell phones
Samsungs.
are good anyway.
Is
Yeah.
yours a Sony? Is that a
then,
Sony?
Then they go.
His is a Canon.
That is a
Sony.
Samsung.
Samsung.
Yeah.
oh,
couldn't
And
wait
then
for
people
people are
go
buying
out-
Samsungs.
Yeah.
They're nice.
Yeah.
And nothing's wrong with
And I
the
mean,
Sonys. Nothing's
it's
wrong with the Sonys. It's
cell
just people
phone-
aren't buying.
No,
Drew is
Sony's-
right.
Sony-
Drew is right. Cell phone cameras are incredibly powerful.
Yeah,
Well, I'm moving
Yeah.
on to that. Next up is their cell phone business. Their
Sony's-
Xperias. Their
They
Sony
still have
Xperias.
one?
Yes.
I didn't know they had a cell phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why no
And-
one's buying them.
And nobody buys the Sonys. They tried to revive their Walkman. Their Walkman didn't work.
I have one. It's great, but
Whatever.
no one's
See,
going to buy that when your
The
phone's
thing
come
is,
with MP3
right
players.
now,
It's all that. And their laptop business. Their computer
I
laptop
would say
business. which
whenever
they're
it
trying
comes
to
when it comes to
sell
cell
to another
phones and
company.
computers, all right.
Right.
The way it's going to be divided with computers and cell phones is cell phones is going to be Apple or HTC, or Apple or Android. That's the way it's going to be.
Yeah.
Apple, Android, which Android is mainly HTC. I mean, you can get Android on other things, but Apple, HTC. PCs or computers, it's going to be Dell or Apple.
I mean,
It's going to be Dell, Apple, or Samsung. I would
Yeah.
say.
Samsung computers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got a Toshiba. It
Think
works
of
better
this.
than a Dell. What is that?
This is a Samsung.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean,
MSI is the way to go.
I don't
folks.
think I don't think the PC market's
Or
going to be
Alienware.
quite
but
so.
but
what's
that's a
going
different
on?
story. That's a different story.
Old Alienware.
Sony's trying to sell off their Vio, which is their laptop series, VAIO.
That looks
Vio
like the-
series. Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
weird.
It's a very
It's the
Wavy.
wavelength.
yeah. They're trying to sell that off right now, so that might do something for them eventually.
They have Vizio.
but
together.
really, their only profitable business
No.
right now is the
I
PlayStation
have a
brand,
Vizio, but
right?
it's not
So it's-
owned
Yeah.
by Sony.
So
Okay.
there's nothing to worry about when it comes to this Sony stuff
When it comes
because
to PlayStation, we don't have to worry about
PlayStation
it
they're
at all.
making a killing.
Yeah.
And everybody's talking about how Sony is losing so much money, and they're like, "But the PlayStation is doing so well." It's everything else.
Well,
Yeah,
they're,
it's like-
they're, their movie
it's
department's not
separate
doing bad
companies,
either.
right?
Oh,
They're
they're-
separate companies.
their only profitable
Sony.
departments
Well, Sony Entertainment
within
America
Sony,
It's
right,
Say
computer
it.
entertainment.
is their
It's all
PlayStation
under
division.
Sony.
which is Sony Entertainment America.
right, Computer Entertainment America, and their movies.
Skaya.
As long as they own the rights to Spider-Man, they will make
That's true.
bank.
Well, they also own. whole bunch of audio stuff too.
Yeah. But
Sony
Well,
audio.
actually,
besides
recently they figured out a way to.
oh, sorry.
Store
Did I say
lots-
1.72? I meant $1.27 billion loss.
Oh, that's not as bad. It's still pretty bad.
It's still pretty bad.
I mean,
it's
it's not-
1.27.
Once you get past the billion mark, nobody cares.
It's 1.27
That's true.
billion.
It's still bad.
Didn't
Either way,
Didn't Sony recently
I
find out a
didn't-
way to store a bunch of data on
Discs.
magnetic tape?
Well, there's
yeah,
that too.
but that's
There's-
That's just an interesting fact. It's a crazy amount of
that
data.
will make
The more you
amount
know.
that will make them money, but they're not interested in
and that's
selling.
not
It'll
that's
make
not
the
for
military
consumers.
money.
That's
they're
for
only
military
interested
and
in selling
business.
that to
Like,
people
in
who run
libraries.
clouds,
Libraries.
to people who run
government
the cloud
and-
systems, cloud
yeah.
saving systems.
It's
Stuff
just
like
an interesting fact.
that.
But,
Because those have to be run from magnetic.
But
tape.
I didn't get to finish what I was going to say. That
weird.
Kaz Hirai, the CEO and president of Sony, recent head of the PlayStation department, is taking a 50% pay cut, and
It's not
several
just him, though, right?
several other
Yeah, several
executives
others,
are also taking this pay cut.
Pretty much the
That's
entire
so-
board.
to deal with it.
The entire
Stupid.
No,
board.
it's
It probably
not.
doesn't.
That's
so
exactly
probably-
It doesn't do
They
anything.
understand. They understand that it's their fault, so they're taking a pay cut.
Well,
They're
no,
taking a
but
pay
it's not
cut.
it's
going
going
to
to save the money, and they're
You
going to get
realize
reduced
they're making
bonuses.
They're making-
they're making
They're still going to
tons
make a lot of
of
money,
money.
regardless.
They're
Yeah.
still going to make more than anyone else.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's half of what they used to make.
Yeah.
That's
So-
That still helps.
doesn't
That's
cost
So
them
it's
company
still
that much money.
marginally larger than anyone else makes.
Well, yeah.
That's
But
exactly what
but-
Nintendo did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if they really wanted to make a difference, 75%.
Or
Well, yeah.
start
but-
selling more stuff instead of.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. But no, they're going to take 50% pay cut. He is, and then several other executives, and we don't know who those
And
executives
that's still not a lot of
that's
money
still
for
not
the
a lot of
company
money.
though. That's almost nothing compared to their expenditures.
I mean, my thing is,
Yeah.
where would that money go?
It can go into a lot of different things,
In it though?
No.
'Cause
Yeah.
it's payrolled.
right?
Yeah, so it's going to go somewhere.
they're
It's going to
gonna
go to
move it.
some other employees.
It could.
No,
no,
not necessarily. They're,
Because that money's already been. That's already.
you
given
realize
money.
this is the board of executives, so they can move the
Yeah.
money wherever the
They
hell
can
they
move
want.
the board. They can move the money wherever
It's-
they want.
it's still not that much money compared to how much they're losing though. It's more
I mean,
symbolic
yeah,
than anything.
but-
Well, I don't
not-
know.
it's
They
not
do make a
solution
lot of
at all.
money.
But
They move.
That could be
make a
1 year's
ton.
profit for them.
But another interesting fact from this Wall Street Journal article is that the PlayStation brand, even though it's been selling higher and higher amounts each and every month, it's trending behind by 45% of where it was 6 years ago. The PlayStation brand name, it's trending behind by 45%.
How is that? How can it be selling more than anyone else and still be
The
behind
PS3 has sold like 80 million
Oh. Well, it has been
in
out.
its lifetime.
It
in
has
its
been
8
out
years
for
lifetime.
I mean,
lot
if you look
longer.
at that,
The PS4 has only been out for 3 months.
there's
So-
the stocks.
Oh.
Recently, also Sony sold all their stock
Nintendo,
in Square
Sony,
Enix.
Microsoft.
But
They bought themselves,
released
didn't
they released that because they released later that is actually
It's a
because
mutual agreement.
It's
And they're-
because they owe them a favor, pretty much.
Square
Pretty
Enix
much.
bought
Like-
itself, basically, right?
no,
Square
Square Enix
Enix.
doesn't own
well,
itself?
pretty much.
Well, yeah. Square Enix. They bought a bunch of Square Enix stock back in the day when Square Enix wasn't doing very well,
Yep.
so that Square Enix could lift themselves back up. And now that they've done that, Sony sold the stock.
Mm-hmm.
Square Enix pretty much bought it back, and they might be doing the other way around,
Yeah,
where
because
Square
Square
Enix
Enix
buys
is turning
Sony.
a profit
Sony.
now.
Yeah.
Help out.
Square
help
Enix
out,
has
yes.
been turning
It's
a
a
profit for the
mutual
first time
thing.
in like 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, which is amazing because games
It
like
was,
Thief-
Thief.
Yeah,
That
but
was
it was
m- that was
it was
Eidos.
Final
But that's-
Fantasy that
but still, it's
made
Square
them
Enix.
the money
Yeah.
back,
But I mean,
which is intriguing considering how many others there were.
yeah.
But
I mean, Final Fantasy.
what?
You say
The-
Final
the
Fantasy?
newest
Final Fantasy sells.
yeah.
There's what, 20 of those now?
Yeah, there's quite
No,
a
there's
few.
not 20.
There's
I don't
like
think.
Are you sure?
15.
There's 15. I think it was-
Well,
when will
Because
the
they
Final
released
Fantasy
several
take
of them
place?
several
think it was-
times.
Yeah.
I think it was Final Fantasy 15 that ended up making them the money.
Final
ton of
Fantasy
money.
15 is coming out.
Okay.
Is being developed.
So it's
but
14.
technically, there have been 15 because you have
There's-
13, 13.2, 13 Lightning Returns, 13.3. You know,
There's
Yeah.
the Realm
All-
Reborn, which is 14. now.
Realm Reborn,
Yeah.
14, and then 14 Realm Reborn, and it's,
Well, then they did the remasters, the
Tactics.
HD remasters, and
And
Tactics.
they're making a lot
and
of money.
they make a lot of money.
Tactics
off
2.
those. Those are extremely
They're doing well.
popular. And
Tactics.
Tomb Raider is Square Enix.
I love
Kingdom
Final
Hearts is
Fantasy.
coming
Final
out.
Fantasy's great.
Uh,
That's
the-
going to make them a bunch of money too.
Just Cause.
Just Cause.
I love Just Cause.
has a like a brand new popularity behind it because of the multiplayer mod that came out like a year
It's
ago.
so awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing's cooler than sitting there and taking your grapple hook thing, shooting a guy in the leg, shooting a CO2 canister, shooting the CO2 canister, and watching it rocket up in the sky and
Now, you
drag the
said
guy
the
behind
same
him.
thing about taking Attila over a field of zombies. You can't have it both ways. Either one's cooler than the other, or they're not. You know, you got to pick one.
What?
Which one's cooler? Taking Attila over a field of zombies, or doing that?
Till over Field of Zombies.
So that's the coolest thing you can
It's
do.
like Till over Field of Zombies, launching a guy in the sky with a canister.
So they're close, but the zombies still win.
Yeah. Isn't that
Alright.
also Square Enix? Or no?
What? Not Dying Light.
Dead Rising.
Dead Rising.
Dead Rising.
Is it Square Enix? Or Activision? Activision.
Activision.
My bad.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it's
No.
Activision.
Yeah.
It's gotta be.
Yeah, I think
No.
so.
Do you guys remember Neversoft? They made the
Yeah.
Hawk game.
Yes.
Yeah, the weird eyeball and the
That
spike
was
thing.
Guitar Hero
Yeah.
too.
And then
Yeah, they did.
And then the little hook would come down and like
Capcom.
And stab it right
Hey,
in the
Capcom.
the thing.
Houston.
Capcom?
Capcom.
That's pretty
Ah.
metal.
Isn't Capcom and
And Microsoft Studios.
who did I say made it? Capcom and who?
Microsoft
Activision.
Studios.
Oh, it's Capcom.
I said
Activision.
Activision.
It's a
Yeah.
Canadian game.
Activision. You said
somehow.
Activision.
Yeah.
Capcom Vancouver.
It's so awesome. Have you played any of the other ones?
No.
So awesome. You can
I
get
might have played the second
you
one.
can get a Mega Man suit in this one.
I can't remember.
You
I
can
might
wear
have
Mega Man
played.
around and use his cannon. It's so cool.
All right.
That's pretty
Well,
cool.
let's wrap this up. Does you have one more news story? I
Yes,
think.
and
I have
Houston
one.
does too.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
We got.
You can skip mine though. Mine's not.
Okay.
Alright.
That
Well,
last news story.
it's Halo.
the
It's not awesome at
the
all.
head of Nintendo has come out and said they are not going to be releasing a new new product console device until the Wii U has made a profit. Until it, well, maybe not made a profit, but until it gets big.
Yeah, until it
and
sells at
they
least-
said that they're definitely working on some the new product that they're going to release, but they're not going to release it until the Wii U has made it. He also seemed to talk about a single game being able to turn everything around.
Which
and-
can be looked at in two different ways.
Yes, it can be looked at is either A, he's just talking about a single game in general. It's like, oh, the possibilities of just a single game.
Yeah.
What if this one game just changes everything? Or he could be talking about a very specific game in mind, which is where Alex's prediction from earlier comes into
Comes
play.
into play, and I believe
Super Mario Catsuit.
no, I
Logan.
believe
Better
it's
did that.
actually going to be a Pokemon console RPG because he specifically names in that whole. He has a lot of quotes in there talking about how Pokemon turned the Game Boy sales around.
Yeah.
It automatically
Yeah.
made it popular.
The Game Boy Advance.
Yeah.
He was talking about.
Yeah. So I think that he could be kind of alluding to something there, but then again, I kind of part of me says, well, maybe
And-
he could be just talking about.
Well,
I've been saying this entire time there will never be a Pokemon console game. It's not going to happen. Something
I don't
like
know.
that. We'll just never.
Wait,
it will
yes,
never
there-
exist.
there
They've done it.
there
well,
were.
Yeah.
Those
Coliseum,
those
one.
don't those don't really count. We're talking about main game RPGs like
Okay.
what's on the
It
mobile.
could be. I
mean-
would be okay with like a side RPG, even if
If
it
you-
isn't like a main.
If you think about
And
it,
then here's how I see it playing out. Okay, they have released. They have. There's this whole one game can change them. It's like one game to rule them all. The One Ring. You know, the one game. Wear the disc on your finger. Stuff like that. You know,
That'd be a pretty big ring.
that would be yeah.
You'd be like,
Unless it's a GameCube game, in which case
True.
you could do it
it's
easily.
still big, but
I mean,
not,
Still
yeah,
big,
but not
but still.
not as.
not ridiculous.
yeah. If you have.
And so
16.
you could look at it that way, and you can see, okay, there's a big game, and then you think about it, okay, they've talked about at E3 having a big event. There's something huge happening at E3.
digital event.
The big digital event, and it's not just a Nintendo
Direct.
Direct. It's a big event.
It's
So
a
there's something
digital
special
event.
happening.
And they've
then
already revealed.
there are 3 Pokemon games being released this year. They have talked about pre E3.
Yeah.
Okay. They didn't.
Yeah.
They didn't wait to release any of these games till E3. No, they just went ahead and released it. These are what's going on. They'll probably show lots of footage of Alpha
games.
Sapphire and Omega Ruby at E3.
Yeah.
But that's not big enough. They've already released it. We know that it's coming.
No.
Hoenn confirmed that entire thing. What is there left?
Well,
and
they could do that. They could do a.
There
Pokemon
could be a couple
console
things.
game.
There has been outcry for a Earthbound game.
There has been. Yeah.
This since forever, and one has not been released in
What do you mean Earthbound
years.
game?
Earthbound Mother Ness, the little kid from
Oh.
Super Smash Bros. Brawl.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
him and Lucas. Yeah, that entire franchise. And there's been lots of outcry for that, and there hasn't been a game. Metroid flopped after Other M.
Yeah.
They haven't released another game since.
True.
And we might have seen the death of Metroid with Other M, but there's
don't
also
know.
a huge outcry for that because those are the darkest
Mm-hmm.
games that Nintendo releases.
Here's
You also have Hyrule Warriors coming out for...
we'll see more footage of that.
We'll see that at E3, but that's not big enough to actually
Yeah,
have
because people
a
know it's
digital
coming.
event. They know that's coming. Super Smash Bros. Is definitely going to be there.
Mario
It's
Kart?
huge, but we know
Mario
lots of
Kart's
stuff.
coming out in this month.
Yeah,
Oh.
Mario
In like a week or
Kart
two.
will be out very soon. And the Pokemon game is coming out in November,
Yep.
and then Super Smash Bros. For the 3DS comes out this summer.
Yep.
And so Nintendo has got their bases covered for this entire year.
Yeah, they do.
It's like they're going to be fine.
The thing
Like
is,
the drought for Nintendo, for the summer does not exist for Nintendo.
no, absolutely not.
But what we haven't seen or heard anything about is a console RPG Pokemon game.
In a
But-
long time.
But there's also been a lot of talk about it.
yeah, there
there's-
have been a lot of talk about it.
I mean,
A lot
it's
of-
something that we didn't really hear
Everybody-
of
was saying.
until like really
There-
recently.
Nintendo. Okay, if you didn't, have you heard about what Nintendo does for Pokemon trademarks when they go and register trademarks?
I think so, yeah.
Would they nickname Pokemon Pokken?
Yeah, yeah.
They have come out and filed trademarks for a Wii U game called Pokken Fighters, and
mean-
this was registered 2 weeks ago.
I think it's gonna be like an arena game,
Yeah.
Could be.
or
I mean,
it could be like a.
if you
could
look
be a
at it,
secret
we've
title.
got Coliseum, we've got shoot, I forgot the other one. What's the other one?
Stadium.
Stadium. It's like Fighters is probably another following thing, and Nintendo and Game Freak have become really good at writing Pokemon games
Yeah.
and making them enormous and really nice. Stuff that you see from Pokemon. Which one's the newer one? Stadium or Coliseum? The GameCube
Stadium.
one.
Stadium.
Stadium. Yeah, Pokemon Stadium was
No,
no,
Coliseum.
Coliseum, yeah. Pokemon
Stadium
Coliseum
was on the N64.
was for
Oh, yeah.
was the time of Ruby and Sapphire, Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald,
and
it-
XD, if you want to count it.
yeah, and it honestly wasn't a very good game.
It was better than
I mean, it was
Coliseum.
yeah, it was better, but it's also a newer system, and that's to be expected. But the storyline was very straightforward. You got to go, and it just
Yeah.
wasn't a very nice game as Pokemon goes. It was not comparable to
Right.
Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald at all.
Right.
So you have that, and if they were to release a new game like that, it would probably be a
We have that
whole
image.
lot better.
We have that image from that Pokemon
There's the image.
show.
From
question.
the showing.
Sure,
Pokken Fighters,
sure.
Pokemon Fighters.
If that's actually what it's called, because they have called X and Y different names,
Yeah.
Pokken, some random obscure
Yeah.
name, just to make sure that they have it.
It could just be
Lieutenant
Pokken Fighters.
Surge.
Oh, that would be Pokken
That's
Fighters.
all it is. This is
About
going to be the
war.
revolutionary game that's going to change
It's
the
not
gaming
gonna be that,
industry
yeah.
for
Pokken
Nintendo.
Fighters.
That'll be
Pokken Fighters.
Street Fighters.
What?
Pokken
Pokken
Street
Fighters?
Fighters. You're poking the
Facebook
Street Fighter.
game.
Yeah.
No,
What,
what I was saying was
what Houston was saying
Lieutenant
is
Surge
he's
mentioned the
talking
war.
the Great War that occurs in every single Pokemon game. There are always mentions of the Great War,
I don't know if I would ever want to play a game like that, though.
and
not?
and I'm saying that is the final thing that that Pokemon will ever do.
Yeah.
It's like if they want to just if they're losing
Done
everything
with Pokemon. Yeah.
they need a great game to just pull out of the hat. That's what they'll do. They'll do the Great Wars of the Pokemon Wars.
But they could do an entire series
They could, but they won't.
of that.
I don't know.
I mean, that's not what Pokemon
I
is.
just kind of want that. And when
That's what Pokemon
Omega
became.
Ruby and Alpha is
Or
it
that's what-
Omega Ruby, Omega
Omega
Ruby,
Wow.
Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. When those were announced, I went to various websites and whatever, and I looked at the comments of what people were saying, and people were always like, "Oh, and confirm," super excited,
Yeah.
like I was, and like you were.
Like
and
that's all you were saying.
That's
we
all I
would
would
be
say.
sending him important messages. You'd be like,
Super
"Oh, we
excited and
confirmed!"
everything.
In all capital letters
But
with exclamation points.
then
It was
I would
exciting.
say
It was
It
not
is
exciting.
exciting.
every 10
It's gonna be
comments,
so good.
I would say
Did you count?
one. No, I mean I'm estimating.
Estimating.
One out of every 10 comments was like, "Where is a Pokemon console RPG?
Yep.
Where is the Pokemon?"
Everybody's
game for my
looking
Wii?
for one.
Yeah.
Pokemon NXT. the online game that they're trying
you
to
tried
create.
to work.
What?
Still
You tried to
around?
play,
I tried. Well, I played it.
Oh,
I
did
mean,
you?
they're still doing stuff for it.
which is that's.
I mean, it's if they actually got it working, that'd be kind of cool. But
what if that was the thing?
that would be.
No, you mean
Strange.
think about it. Think about it.
no,
You have
because
somebody
NXT is
create an
something
RPG at the
entirely
beginning,
different.
and they haven't shut it down yet.
But what if it's like they actually are?
I mean, there's not- they're
what if
not
they're making
making
that
much
themselves? Like,
progress on
see
it.
how bad of a Pokemon RPG this is. Look at ours.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean,
they
they
could.
haven't shut it down yet. You can still download it.
I think that's a conspiracy.
Well, I mean, think about it. It'd be great. You sit there and you have
mean-
someone put out your beta for you and act like it's just some random
would
person
be
doing
cool.
it, and it secretly be an employee for Nintendo, and then they'd be like, "That was just the beta. Here's the full
But
game."
see, it's not going to be like
can get
that
it.
because
It wouldn't
there's,
be like that,
there's
though.
a lot of people who are out there trying to work on it. They're very devoted fans, and they are working with this entire Unity stuff, trying to make this game work. And so we might see something from that in the future, but at the moment, it's just kind of low key, just there.
Just the tricks too.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, this has been the College Gamer Podcast, episode 26. This has been a pretty good episode. Kind of long. Usually, I mean, we missed last week, so we're kind of making up.
Yeah.
We're compensating.
For what?
I don't know for our absence last week because we
That's
had to
true.
be good college students and go take our finals.
I was already out. I've been out since April 17th.
Well, Drew, we're
Dang.
not as cool as you, but we also
Really?
don't have to go to
Wow.
school as early as you do.
Yeah.
You have to go back earlier than we do.
I go back in September.
No way.
What?
Yes.
What do you do?
What? Yeah. What
you
do you?
just learn nothing and then take finals and leave? That's it?
Not really. I mean.
Okay,
We'll talk about it,
we'll
yeah.
save this for the next podcast.
That's
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been episode 26. As always, I'm your host, Alex Colin, whatever you want to call
Alex
me, Tutor. Colin Alexander Tutor, whatever. Logan Sowers,
Peace out, yo.
Will Pella, Houston Miller, and, well, not as always,
Sometimes.
sometimes, rarely,
Sometimes.
whenever he
The
feels
first
like
suit
showing
killer
up.
himself, Drew Preston.
Drew Preston, and we'll see you next week.